Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Sierra Sierra Mike on 121.9er, pre-flight radio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you read?
Victor Tango, Sierra Sierra Mike, Mumbai ground. Read you 5. Contact Mumbai Tower on 118.7.
Mumbai ground,
Radio
Victor
5, strength 5, changing to Mumbai Tower on 118.7. Victor Tango Sierra Sierra Mike.
Okay, Suchita, that was a good call, but couple of things that only just one thing that I need you to fix, which is continuity in the way we are speaking. What do I mean by continuity? Your rate of speech is good, there's clarity, words are right, phrases are right, but we are speaking and writing. We're not writing and speaking, because of which I have gap in between a set of 2 or 3 words. The gap is extending up to 5 to 6 seconds, or maybe 3 to 4 seconds, which doesn't sound as professional as it should sound in our exam sessions. So ensure students how to ensure if everything is perfect, the last thing we need is continuity. And that will happen when we write and then speak. So try that. Or when you're speaking, speak as slow as you are writing. You have to match both the speed so that we have continuity. Very good morning, everyone. Very good morning. Very warm welcome. Happy Gandhi Jayanti to everyone. One of the greatest personalities ever lived in the world is, I'm sure many of you all have heard, although not everybody supports. I have seen critics of Mahatma and I have seen supporters of Mahatma. It is okay. But the reason Mahatma Gandhi is called Mahatma is because he's not just a human, he's a Mahatma. So many people look at him as if he was a saint. So there's a reason why our government focuses so much about cleanliness under the that of Gandhiji. So today is his day. So we should respect all that we have, struggled. We all have our own struggles. Our country had its own struggle. Today we all are free. Not just him, but there were so many other people who have sacrificed so much to bring us where we are. And we are happy. We are a happy country comparatively. Anyway, students, very happy to see you all join on a bank holiday or generally, what do we say? I generally tend to give all holidays to students because once you become a part of the airline, you don't get holidays. So I think I should be very relaxed with you with respect to your scheduling in your ground school phase at least. But I was not expecting this much of strength, although I wanted everybody to join. So very happy to see that. So how is everyone doing? How many of all are attending live for the first time? How many are of all are here to just do your final revision before your exams coming? And how many of all have just finished L14 and waiting for their first live sessions to make sense? And how many of us are somewhere in between, maybe lecture 1, lecture 2, maybe self-study? See, there is variation in where we are, but our goals are common. I'll be taking a few questions before we start with the session. Today's session is going to be superbly enriching when it comes to RTR skills at the level of iCAO. And that level could be the easiest thing to grasp if you're focused. And it could be tricky if you're not focused. Simple. The same rule goes every now and then. Once again, very warm welcome, students. I cannot see your faces. So anybody who can show me their faces, please feel free to do so. And generally when the session starts, I expect you all to do readability checks. So Suchita, good job. But how about everybody else? So be busy, make your
I was
calls.
going for one readability check, but it was interfered.
Say again, station calling. I have no clue who's speaking.
Victor Tango Sierra Hotel Room, Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Sierra Hotel Romeo, sir. I was going to give a
Srijit,
call.
nice to see you, Srijit. I think I'm seeing you for the first time. Usaid,
Yes, sir.
Srijit, wait. Usaid, आपने अपने कोई डुप्लीकेट को रखा है क्या आपके जगह पे अटेंडेंस के लिए? प्रॉक्सी चल रही है? Do a readability check, Usaid. Where have you been? मैं बोलने का मतलब है पहचान में नहीं आ रहे हो आप, इतने अरसे बाद देख रहा हूँ तुम्हें मैं, आवाज से पहचानूंगा. डू अ रीडेबिलिटी चेक उसे.
Yeah, sir, long time, sir.
हाँ, आवाज से लग रहा है उसे. डू अ रीडेबिलिटी चेक एंड राइट दीज कॉल्स. आई वांट अ पिक्चर ऑफ दिस कॉल. सो रिमेंबर अ फ्यू इंस्ट्रक्शंस टू मेक आवर class start sooner. Okay, the rules are you will do your pre-flight checks or readability checks or pre-flight radio checks as a first call with a blind environment. As in, we should keep our videos off. I can keep it on or off. We'll simulate a realistic experience where I'm the ATC, you're the aircraft. We cannot see each other, but we can talk. That way, we establish the connectivity between me and you. So there's a logic in doing that. Plus, you get to practice and write. For me, it becomes very important that my voice is reaching out to all students. Otherwise, it will be like that session where I did a session for an hour just to realize my voice was not reaching out to students. And Ustad was nice to call me and I was ignoring his call because I was in session. सेशन होने के बाद बोलते हैं सर सेशन तो अच्छा था, सब अच्छा था, बट आपकी आवाज ही नहीं आई. बोला तो अच्छा क्या लगा आपको, बट थैंक यू. So remember, this is rule number 1. So Suchita did it. I'm waiting for 20 more pilots to do so. So it's going to take a while. And anyone who's doing it will write it on the left side. And whatever replies I give, will write it on the right side. Now, Srijit, coming back to you. You were not interrupted. You were interrupting. Why? Because when we know one conversation is going on the same frequency, it's logical to know when it's going to end and how it's going to end. So if that's not ended, we have to be quiet, let them finish, and then start. Unless we have an emergency where we can interfere. Emergency as in priority of all calls. Priority of messages. Prerit, tell the whole class priority of messages. You can refer your book or your mental memory, but I want perfection in the answer. So that is what I'm coming back to you. If you are ready, raise your hand on the screen. Whenever you have a question to ask, you can use your reactions and you can use this raise hand and wait in queue. One by one, we can discuss. Or you can just put your doubts in the Zoom chat box. Okay. Like I'll show you, I'm messaging everyone. Meeting group chat. And Zoom keeps updating itself, students. So let me know if you're struggling anywhere. And please don't abuse any student in the class. Don't ask for their numbers or don't ask them to be your friends anywhere. Don't do that in class. It might be disturbing to the other person. If you want to build contacts, that will happen. This is not the place to build contacts. I'm very specific about it. So please never do that, okay? Especially guys with girls and girls with guys. It's very disturbing. I'll not allow you all in live sessions the next time if that happens. That being said, whatever you have to discuss, ask me. If you want something to discuss with Prerit, ask me to discuss it with Prerit and I'll discuss it with Prerit. So keep me a medium of contact if you want to exchange anything between each other. All right. Rest. Be careful. If you have any doubts, you should park your questions. Don't let them go. They are very important. So you can message me on the Zoom chat here in real time. And if your questions are not answered, you will remind me, sir, my question is still left. Once your doubts are clear, you will lower your hand. Just get used to it so that once we start, we are in a good flow. Second thing, students whose videos will not be on. It can be a loss to you when you are not focused. And even though your training will be over, you'll not be able to clear the exam. Nobody wants that. If you're attending the class and if you're still not clear with concepts, it means we have not done something correctly. We've just wasted our time. So either don't study the session in live, go through the recording, you will get the access. Or I want you to put utmost focus and listen to every word that I'm saying. So when you are in class, you are in class. Your phone should be on silent or focus mode. No multitasking, no cross chatting, because I cannot see. Now I can see Ritviz, I can see Prerit. I know they are focused. I can see if they are lost and I can bring them back in class. So I can help them. But students without videos, I cannot even help you all because I have no clue whether you're there or whether you're not there. There are oversmart students who are good at heart. They don't realize they are oversmart. Oversmartness in a way that will impact their learning in class and their performance in exam. So be careful. If I'm giving you freedom, don't misuse it. So if your video is off, I expect you to send me direct messages to me on Zoom chat. Yeah, I'm getting it. Or reactions. Yes, no, like this. Simple. If you don't acknowledge, your learning will be half. It will be difficult to clear the exam. And students who are bothered by the leaked question papers and PDFs going across from other schools and leaked in Telegram groups, many people would have told you that ye paper kar lo, pass ho jaoge. Many people will tell you, give us so much money, you will clear. Give us so much money, you will clear. If you believe that, then don't waste your time in attending these lectures. Just simply go and do that if you believe that. Otherwise, you'll find yourself rocking in two boats, two big boats. Even Ajay Devgan will not be able to stretch together at the same time. I don't know if you get my jokes, but my success ratio with jokes has increased. It's reached to 60%. Last year it was 50 and I started with 0. So see, anything can be achieved. Clearing RT is nothing. It's very easy. People saying RT is tough, people saying RT is that, don't believe them. They all have gone there in the wrong way. They all are seniors now. They all are acting like influencers, but what they are saying is not right. Remember that. About RT at least. Okay, students. So I'm waiting for your calls, everyone. And please respect the mutual calls. Don't do 2 calls at the same time. Okay. Logically, if you all can see the people on the screen, Vikram, you have to assign yourself a call sign. Victor Tango, followed by 3 letters. Everybody else has the call signs. Yamuna, your call sign is not there. Please assign your call sign on Zoom, rename. And start your calls alphabetically. Whoever has their name with A, start. If A is not starting, whoever has their name with B, start. Let's see if you all can work as a group here. So let's go blind, everyone. Blind as in no videos. I'll just keep my video on. And let's do our first calls. You can do a basic readability check. You can do your pre-flight radio check. You can do a pre-flight cell call check. Any check. I want to see whether our readability is good, and I want to see your individual proficiency in writing that call and transmitting that call. So you will write it live as per the logging methods that you have learned. Students who don't know about logging and all can ask me, keep it parked and do whatever they can. Whoever is on mute, you have to go on unmute. Try everybody to go on unmute one by one. If you cannot, ask me, I'll give you permission to do it. Okay. It's a first session. We'll get used to it. But from tomorrow, I would expect you all to get done with all this from 11 to 11:05. Okay. And I apologize for slight delay in starting the session. But your job is to be ready by 10:45 and not move till the time lecture time is not off. Okay.
Mumbai ground. Victor Tango Sierra Hotel Romeo on 1 to 1 decimal niner. Readability check. 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. How do you read?
Victor Tango Sierra Hotel Romeo, Mumbai ground. Read you 5. How do you read?
Read you 5. Victor Tango Sierra Hotel Romeo.
Send me your log, Srijit. So
Just a
welcome
second.
to the class, Srijit. Srijit, fillers are not allowed. You cannot start a call with we cannot say e, anything in between. We need fluency. And I like the way you took the call. It was very realistic, how we do in real life. But in exams, our rules are a little different. Were you writing the call or not writing it, Srijit?
I was writing the call, sir.
Okay.
Victor Tango Sierra Hotel Romeo.
So please share your call logs over WhatsApp chats that we use for text communications. Automatic. I should not be asking you for that again and again.
Okay, sir.
Everyone, okay. So very warm welcome, Srijit. How do you feel? I think it's your first live, second live?
No, sir, first live. I'm a little bit anxious.
Anxious. I
Yes, sir.
like how you're overcoming your anxiety with confidence in going ahead with calls. I appreciate it. Very few people
Thank you,
do
sir.
it. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Students, towards the end, I will ask you to message me your exam dates. Okay, but not right now. So remember, before we'll take our first break, I'll ask you all to drop me your exam dates. And if you have not got your exam dates and if you're planning for December session, then you'll write December. If not December, February 24, then you'll write February 24. That's what we would assume you would give. Okay. Remember that. I'm just preparing you in the mind. So Srijit, you didn't follow one rule. That rule was that students with their names starting with first letter from the alphabet will start with their calls. Srijit, S है आपका, S बहुत लेट आता है, but आपने पहले कर दिया. I want you all to follow all instructions. That is your key to clear the exams. Trust me on that.
Sorry, sir.
It's okay. No problem. Nothing lost. Okay. So now you all go on to the group view, gallery view, and you will know the first letter of the third letter in the call sign and let that person speak. Let's see if you can do that. Just excuse me. Yes. Thank you for that. Okay. Please start. क्या चल रहा है? बैठने आए हो क्या सब? शो चल रहा है क्या? बैठ के मजे ले रहे हैं सब लोग. Half of 80% of the class has not made any single noise, not even a text message on Zoom chat saying good morning, sir. क्या कर रहे हो आप लोग? हाँ? I want you all to be super proactive in class, okay? Want you all to make noise.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Mike Sierra Lima on 121 decimal niner.
Victor Tango Mike Sierra Lima, Mumbai ground. Stand by.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Yankee Kilo on 121 decimal niner. Pre-flight radio check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Radio check.
5.
4, 5. 5. You read.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Yankee Kilo 121 decimal niner. Pre-flight radio check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you read?
Victor Tango Alpha Yankee Kilo, Mumbai ground. Read U5. How do you read?
Read U5. Victor Tango Alpha Yankee Kilo.
Quickly send me your logs. Ayan, how are you doing today? How's your health?
I'm good, sir.
Good. Good call. Very good call. I'm asking everybody to unmute so that you have permission to unmute. I'm getting messages that you're not able to unmute. Muskan, good call, but there was interference. Ayan, you experienced interference. So you should tell ATC that you have experienced interference or you're experiencing interference. You're saying again all, and then you'll give the call. I was expecting you to do that because Muskan's call was an interference in your call. So you stopped and then you retransmitted your entire call. So what happened to that call? You have to acknowledge what happened to that call before you can go to a new call. Your messages over radio telephony network in commercial aviation are very critical. Every message is like a new request. That message has to end so that the request can be completed. It's like an open case. If you don't make sense of that message and don't end it properly, then that could lead into an error chain. Understand this logic, students. It's not just any exam. It's a practical experience that we do every day as a professional in aviation. So it's all about, okay, anything said over RT that has to make sense, and only then a new thing will be started from a particular station. A pilot, an ATC, anybody can be a part of a air mobile station. We can say experiencing QRM, that's the Q code for interference. Experiencing interference, disregard. We can say just disregard my last call. Or I say again and start the whole call. It makes sense. Last time there was interference, so I'm saying again for clarity and emphasis, and I'll give the whole call again. This is where your examiners will actually give you more marks. Okay? Remember that. Next, please. Fast. You're going very slow.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Kilo Alpha Papa on 121 decimal niner. Radio check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you read?
Victor Tango Kilo Alpha Papa, Mumbai ground. Speak slower. Read U5. How do you read? So 10-second rule, Kanishk, 10-second rule.
Yes, sir. I was writing your reply. Sorry for that.
No, that's a compulsion. We have to write our call. But you cannot give a dead air between your reply more than 10 seconds. So you have to be fast. So see, students, I was a little fast in speaking and he could not write. So how do you think you can speak fast and expect the examiner or the ATC examiner, the examiner who's pretending to be ATC, to be able to write? This is exactly why we need to control our rate of speech. So Kanish, good thing that you're proactively taking the call faster, but the moment you start taking calls, you remember your training and your rate of speech has to be as per what we have learned. So this is called pressure handling. No matter how pressurizing the situation is, you follow your training. Only then you will be safe. So fast call lene aa jao, and call start ho raha hai, then go slow in the call, the way we have learned. You started very fast in the call, so I gave you a taste of your own medicine because it makes
Roger.
the other person uncomfortable. How will we write so much? We are not machines. Yeah. So these are the little things. Now, first attempt, second attempt, third attempt, as long as you are not taking care of these things, your anxiety and all those other things that we feel, we end up making mistakes that we don't see. And that's why people think that they're just failing us. They're not failing us. They are unable to pass us. It happens. But otherwise, good. Send me a call log, Kanish. Students, fast. Come on. नहीं तो हमें award मिलेगा the slowest airport. We don't need that. I'm transmitting from Mumbai, one of the fastest airports. Come on. Let's stand true to that.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Mike Sierra Lima on 121.9er, 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. How do you read?
I read you excellent, loud, clear, perfect, but not slow. It was very fast. Muskan, क्या? इतना fast. लिख के रखा है कॉल, सीधा बोल दिया. ट्रेनिंग को किक इन नहीं किया. I cannot take that call. Because कैसे लिखेंगे? I want a live call, students. Victor Tango, Mike Sierra Lima, Mumbai ground, read you 5. How do you read? Ayan, how do you read का abbreviation नहीं चलेगा. H, D, R, U and all, no. Abbreviations, only those which are a part of your iCATS abbreviations doc. Students who have reached or nearing lecture 14 of part 1, ensure you have scanned through all the documents in your Google Drive digital library of RTR A that I have shared with you. Abbreviations, definitions, rules of the air. You are scanning through it as in you are well read. Okay, Muskan, what happened? Why so fast transmission?
No, sir, I was writing the call and after that I'm transmitting.
You have some great fast writing skills. थोड़ा slow करना है, ठीक है ना? Examiner को अच्छे तो लगेंगे, लिख नहीं पाएगा तो marks नहीं दे पाएगा फिर. ऐसा हो जाएगा. Sometimes your calls are good, but just because they cannot record it, they are not able to give you marks. That also happens. We don't want that to happen. Everyone, please one by one send me your logs. Muskan, तुम्हारा नहीं आया log.
So I want to do it again. May I?
Yeah. Wait for the channel to be open and do it. Okay. थोड़ा 2-3 लोग को बोलने दो आप. Okay.
Standing by Victor Tango Mike Sierra Lima.
Very good. But ये भी लिखो आप. Standing by Victor Tango Mike Sierra Lima. Anything that you communicate with me, right, students. Right. मुझे पता चल जाएगा आप लोग लिख रहे हो कि नहीं लिख रहे हो. और आप इतना फास्ट बोल के भी इतना फास्ट लिख रहे हो तो हमें वो चेंज करना है. Good. Next. Come on.
Mumbai Radio, Air India 6606 on secondary 70715, pre-flight cell call check cell call Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta.
Air India 666. Mumbai Radio. Say again. Cell call.
Mumbai Radio, Air India 606. Saying again, cell phone Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta.
Air India 606, Mumbai Radio, checking cell call, Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta.
Cell call okay. Changing to primary 8081.
Okay, Neha, very good call. Very happy to see you in a live class. It's been a while and still you have not forgotten much. One thing you said saying again. Students, I want everybody, I hope you're focusing, you're learning this way. It's very important that you're learning this way. Anybody who's still thinking, अरे सर क्या कर रहे हैं, मेरा time waste हो रहा है, मेरे को बोल के चले जाओ आप. I'm concerned that you're not listening, okay? Because everybody's video is off, right? So, and nobody's giving me those acknowledgements also that I spoke about. So, Neha, don't say saying again, marks deduct honge aapke. You have to use standard words and phrases, students, as much. So, the
Okay.
correct phrase is I say again.
I realized it later, but I tended to continue.
Now, listen to this, everyone. Neha, you and everyone. I realized it later, but I had to continue. This happens with everyone. We realize after we make a mistake. So to fix this problem, I've given you a strategy. Before you take a live call, frame your call in your mind so that you realize your mistake, which happened in your call, and then fix it in your mind and then give me a live call. How many students actually use my strategies? I'm not sure. You're all required to use it. It's a compulsion. Remember that. Exactly why. Now Neha gave us a very good example. बहुत टाइम बाद एक लाइव कॉल ट्राई किए हैं, अच्छा कॉल दिया है, 2 मिस्टेक्स हो गई, रियलाइज भी किया है, लेकिन परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाए. तो फायदा क्या हो गया? फिर क्या फायदा हो गया स्टूडेंट्स? मुझे सब आता है, एग्जाम डे पे मैंने परफॉर्म नहीं किया, तो क्या फायदा हो गया? तो एग्जाम डे पे गलती ना हो तो मैंने आपको उसके लिए भी स्ट्रैटेजी दी है कि कोई भी कॉल बनाने से पहले, to not make any mistakes on the day of exams, I've given you strategies that before you make any call, frame it in your mind to look for errors, to spot errors, fix them, and then do a live call. Thoughts travel at the speed of light. Speed of light, we know because we have to calculate questions respect to frequency and wavelength, even in part 2 viva of the exams. A numerical could be expected for you to be solved. This is the frequency, give us the wavelength. How much is the speed of light? 3 followed by 8 zeros, meters per second. How much is it? In crores, in lakhs, in millions? You measure. In nautical miles, in kilometers, you measure. So your thoughts, all this correction and everything will happen in a span of 5 to 7 seconds maximum. But it will guarantee that your mistakes are minimum. So the investment and the output is a very good ratio. Investment in a technique for 5-7 seconds will give you a correct call for 2-3-4 minutes with the possibility of scoring more than 15 out of 20 for a question. Know where to invest your time, students. Attending a lecture, giving attendance will not help you learn. Similarly, following these strategies will increase your chances to clear. All right. Good call. Send me a log. Don't wait for me to tell you all to send me a log. That will waste a little more time. Right, students? सिर्फ मुस्कान का कॉल आया है, उसके बाद नेहा, your log is still waiting. How have you been, Neha? Very warm welcome. How's everything?
I'm good, sir.
Mhm.
Processing some changes that I've made in aviation. How are you?
But I think that change has brought you some peace and some good direction. I think that's what is a good aspect of this. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Or is it not? What do you think?
Sir, I feel good that I've made some decision and I'm working on it.
Hmm. Good, good. I like it. I'm always up with what we decide finally independently in the end after doing all that we could during research. So that's good. Very nice.
Yes.
Send me a logs
Yesterday,
quick.
yes.
Yes. Tell me, Neha.
Yesterday only, it's like I was discussing with my mom about you, like your lectures, and we were just talking about like how she misses while I was attending your lectures. And in the evening, I saw your text regarding live lecture today. So I told my mom I'm attending sir's lecture.
Okay. Nice. MNO. Oscar. Nobody with Oscar, then we have Papa.
So I'm with N.
Of course. You got my signal. किसका वेट कर रहे थे इनविटेशन मैं भेजता हूँ व्हाट्सएप पे कुछ बना के भेजूं मैं फटाफट
Actually, I was waiting for your conversation to get finished.
Yes, please go ahead. No, that was a joke. Recently, my elder sister had Ganesh Ganpati at her place, so she asked me to help her with an invite. So I tried some digital greetings with my 8-year-old niece. And we didn't make a greeting, but we had a lot of fun making the greeting. Eventually, she went ahead with what she went ahead. So I think I have some experience in sending you all invites as a joke. If you're not focused students, then I'm going to be sarcastic a little bit. And if that doesn't work, then you will see the angry avatar that sir sometimes shows some students that really disturb them other than life. So don't take it otherwise. It's all just joke. Please, Niharika, go ahead. Long time I'm not here to take any calls. I think one of the first times you're giving me a live call, right?
Oh, yes, sir.
Chalo, go ahead, write it, log it, and try to do your best in this call.
Okay. Mumbai Radio, Victor Tango, November, India, Kilo. On secondary 80900. Pre-flight cell call check. Check cell call Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta.
Victor Tango, November, India, Kilo. Mumbai Radio. Checking cell call. Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta.
Cell call OK. Changing to primary on 70900. Victor Tango, November, India, Kilo. Mumbai Radio.
Wait, good call so far. The same thing I wanted to tell, I think, Muskan, you also know Neha, you did your cell call. Whenever you're changing from secondary to primary, we also have to say standby so that the ATC is waiting for you to call again on primary. One thing missing, Neha and Niharika. So cell call okay, changing to primary on 70900. Standby, Victor Tango, November, India, Kilo.
Roger.
Logical understanding, reasoning, logic, common sense. The greatest of minds who are super successful in their careers, hear them talk. Hear those people talk who themselves individuals are worth millions, multi-millions. Hear those wise men, women, everyone talk, and any appreciation that they will be doing about anybody else or any company, product, or individual, they will say they have done a great job. They have done it very subtly, very simply, and it is highly logical. This is what everybody needs. This is a truth underlying everything in the nature. I am not teaching you anything out of the box. The problem is, y'all don't know about it as a part of education, unless it's your natural trait, which is 1 in thousands or 1 in lakhs. So the odds for all of y'all to know this at one point is very less. I cannot say whether one of y'all knows it or 5 of y'all know it, but I definitely know all of y'all don't know it. So this is your time to learn and make it your skill so that it stays with you when you go ahead in future. And that way, trust me, you will be able to clear all exams. And this is my greatest teaching to all my students subconsciously. If you can pick up, great. If you cannot, we try. We don't give up. Aaj nahi, kal nahi, parsa nahi. You'll reach a point where you're self-masters. That's what I'm trying to tell you all to focus on. एक पे ध्यान दो, same चीज 10 पे ध्यान दो, same चीज हजारों पे ध्यान दो. It's just the magnification of things. आज आरटी क्लियर करोगे, कल पेपर्स, फिर फ्लाइट टेस्ट, फिर टाइप रेटिंग, फिर इंटरव्यूज, फिर एग्जाम्स. सो एक सक्सेस को रिप्लिकेट करोगे, मल्टीप्लाई होगा, तब आपको सक्सेस मिलेगा बड़ा वाला. सो इट्स ऑल द सेम. गुड जॉब. MN. So Niharika, your call logs, let me check. You have not yet shared.
I'm sharing, sir.
You have to be instant students. Neha, coming back to you, good call logs, very neat, very nice. Coming back to cell call check frequencies. Be careful to see if on your chart any frequency is mentioned or your flight plan any frequency is mentioned. If yes, then go ahead with that frequency. If examiner has given you some frequency, then go ahead with that. Otherwise, just say primary and secondary. Don't use numbers. It could confuse the ATC examiner, and they might not know that, oh, you have just simulated a primary and secondary frequency. So in this case, Neha and Niharika, you could have avoided using the frequency number. You could have just said secondary and then primary. Simple. And remember to use standby for such calls. And when I'm giving explanation and correction and answer about one call to one person, I want everybody to learn and make those corrections so that next time when you're giving those calls, your calls are perfect. Anybody who's not doing it, you're wasting your time in the class. You rather enjoy the holiday. So LMNO Oscar. Do we have anybody else from November? No. MNOP, P Papa. Papa Priyanka, you're saying you cannot unmute. Let me try. Where are you? Anne is saying, sir, you should have asked me. I'm a pro editor. Okay. पहले आप आरटी पास हो जाओ, फिर मैं आपको काम दूंगा एक्स्ट्रा. इच्छा तो बहुत होती है स्टूडेंट्स को काम देने की, पर उनके एग्जाम्स नहीं होते, उनको मैं काम कैसे दे सकता हूँ? फिर बुरा लगेगा ना कि पास तो नहीं करा रहे, काम करा रहे हैं. बोलने वालों की कमी है क्या? Why do you think I have disabled comments and live chats? I don't want people who don't deserve to judge. ऐसा होता है. Sir, I'm still not able to unmute. Okay, almost checking it. Wait. Papa Romeo India, right? Okay. Prerit कहाँ है वैसे? Prerit? Category of messages. Can you answer to the whole class? Can I see you? Students?
Yes, sir.
Videos on. So, priority of messages or category of messages. A very important part to Viva and an important thing to understand, to know whose message should go first and who can wait. Because we see a lot of interferences are happening. So there are emergency messages that will always have top priority. Then there will be other categories of messages having top priority. Logically understand it, frame it in your mind, and today should be the day you know it amazingly. Tomorrow, if I ask anyone what's the category or priority of messages, within 10 seconds, you should give me the whole answer with explanation. All right, just stand by, Prerit. Nyarika, our logs, we need to improve a little bit. So go a little slow, speak a little slow, so that you can write a little more clearer. And maintain lines. Although in exams you might get blank paper, but it's fine.
Roger, Victor Tango, November, India Kilo.
Okay, Srijit, you have something on your mind? Tell me.
Yes, sir. Victor Tango, Sierra Hotel Romeo, request call sign change, new call sign, Victor Tango, Sierra X-ray Yankee.
Call sign change approved to Victor Tango, whatever it was. Say again. Victor Tango Romeo X-ray Yankee.
Negative, sir. Victor Tango, Sierra X-ray Yankee.
Sierra X-ray Yankee. Okay. I'll tell you, so far keep it to SHR, but SHR is not available. I don't think Sierra X-ray Yankee is available. I would want you to rechange it to something else. Not approved. Sierra X-ray Yankee is not available.
Roger, sir. We'll call you back. Stand by.
Yeah, standing by. Full pilot mode pe Srijit. Yes, who's going next? Priyanka, are you there? Okay. Prerit?
Affirm.
Yeah, please go ahead with your call. And after that, Prerit will explain. Somebody's out from the session. I'm not sure. Somebody had a disconnection. Anyway, Prerit, after Priyanka's call. Priyanka, please go ahead.
Sir, it's my turn. Victor Tango Oscar Mike Goal.
Mumbai ground. Victor Tango, Papa Romeo, India, on 121 decimal liner. Readability check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you read?
Victor Tango, Papa Romeo, India, Mumbai ground. Read you 5. How do you read?
Read you 5. Strength 5. Victor Tango, Papa Romeo, India.
Priyanka, very good call. Send me your logs.
Affirm. Victor Tango, Papa Romeo, India.
So how have you been, Priyanka? What's happening? कैसा लगा live call देके? How do you think? How is your call? What do you think? You're on mute, Priyanka. No. Reply. Talk to me. Read you 1. Om कहाँ है? Om?
Yes, I am here, sir. It was my turn, but I was waiting for channel to be open.
अब देखो ऐसे ही होता, हम वेट करते रहते हैं और कोई चला जाता है. सो तुम्हें पता था तो कॉल कर लेना चाहिए था. मैं पूछ रहा था एनीबडी फ्रॉम ऑस्कर, तब भी रिस्पॉन्स नहीं दिया आपने. कहाँ थे तुम? स्टेशन पे नहीं थे?
नहीं सर, आप जल्दी पापा पे शिफ्ट हो गए ऑस्कर से.
हाँ, दूसरों पे डालो बस. दूसरों पे डालने से क्या होगा? हमारा तो फायदा नहीं होगा ना. हमें बस दिमाग में ये मिलेगा कि हाँ मेरी गलती नहीं थी, तो मेरा लॉस जस्टिफाइड है. जहाँ लॉस जस्टिफाई हो गया ना, वहाँ हमारे लॉसेस बढ़ जाते हैं. मैं एकदम डीप लेवल पे बातें कर रहा हूँ. आप लोग डरो मत. जिसको समझ रहा है उसको समझ रहा है, अच्छी बात है. बट या वेट मत करो. समझ रहे हो ना? कट थ्रोट एकदम.
मुंबई ग्राउंड.
आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग सुपर डुपर सॉलिड कॉल्स फ्रॉम यू. ओम, स्टार्ट में पता चल जाएगा. रिमेंबर आवर लास्ट कॉन्वर्सेशंस.
मुंबई ग्राउंड. Victor Tango Oscar Mike Goal. And Victor 18 Boeing 777 pre-flight radio 6 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you read information delta?
Victor Tango, Oscar, Mike, Golf. Mumbai ground. Read you 5. How do you read?
Read you 5, strength 5, Victor Tango, Oscar, Mike, Golf.
Very good call. अचानक से लास्ट में इंफॉर्मेशन डेल्टा डालना थोड़ा सा ऑड लग रहा था, बट इतना ऑड नहीं था. इंफॉर्मेशन डेल्टा, हाउ डू यू रीड, जो हमारा रिक्वेस्ट होता है जनरली, अगर हम वो लास्ट में बोल सकते हैं तो सबसे ज्यादा अच्छा इफेक्ट आता है कॉल का. बट आई लाइक मोर पॉइंट्स फॉर क्रिएटिविटी. एंड ओ आई एम नॉट क्रिटिसाइजिंग यू, आई वाज जस्ट बीइंग फनी. कॉन्फिडेंस कम नहीं होना चाहिए. समझ, आप अच्छा ही कर रहे हो, यू आर अ गुड पर्सन. गलत मत लेना उसको. कॉन्फिडेंस आपका कॉल्स में कम नहीं होना चाहिए. रिमेंबर व्हाट वी स्पोक लास्ट टाइम.
Affirm, Victor Tango, Oscar, Mike, Golf.
नहीं याद आ रहा है ना, मैं याद दिलाऊंगा, डोंट वरी. हम्म Om, how are you feeling? Otherwise, how's everything?
Sir, I'm good. Just waiting for Hyderabad attempt. I missed Delhi attempt.
No worries. I can see the growth. इस बार है ना, मेरे साथ ज्यादा टाइम स्पेंड करना स्टूडेंट्स, whoever is giving एग्जाम, प्लीज 1-on-1 मेरे साथ ज्यादा टाइम स्पेंड कर लो. 1-2 सेशन कर लो तो अच्छा रहेगा, है ना. आप लोग बोलोगे नहीं मन नहीं है, तो फिर मैं बोलूंगा ठीक है, आई वोंट प्रेशर यू टुवर्ड्स एग्जाम्स, बट करके ही जाना है. गुड लॉग्स, सॉरी, वेरी गुड लॉग्स ओम, वेरी नाइस. When I was working, like one of my first jobs at the airport, that time this song was very famous, OMG. I used to like that song. तो उनको देखता हूँ कभी कभी, मुझे याद आता है. तो या who's next? अभी क्या इनविटेशन चाहिए क्या? प्रेरित, come on, बोलो, ready with your answer,
Yes.
come on.
Sir, I am ready with my answer, but I can see there is one aircraft with identification of Victor Tango Papa Romeo Sierra, which should come prior to me. So I was waiting for his call.
Okay, Victor Tango Papa Romeo Sierra, please practice your call.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Papa Romeo Sierra, on 121.9. Readability check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you read?
Victor Tango Papa Romeo Sierra, Mumbai ground. Read you 5. How do you read?
Read U5, strength 5, Victor Tango Papa Romeo Sierra.
Okay, very good call. Prakhar, how are you feeling? Very warm welcome. How many live calls have you practiced? How do you feel with this call? Tell me.
Sir, I'm feeling good, and I've practiced only this call. It's my first time.
Sorry, can you speak a little louder? Read you 3.
Sir, I'm feeling good, and this was my first call. It's my first time.
So how do you feel about it? Are you anxious? Do you like the outcome of your call, first call? Do you think it's good?
Yes, sir, I'm a bit anxious, but I guess it was okay.
Sorry, say again. Read you 3.
I'm a bit nervous, but I think it was okay.
आपने जब रीडेबिलिटी चेक बोला तब आपने इतनी फास्ट कैसे लिख लिया रीडेबिलिटी चेक? मेरे से तो नहीं लिखा गया. Can you send me a log?
Yes, sir. Thanks.
It was a very good call. But when we are saying a lengthy word like readability check, so उसको लिखने में time लगता है unless there's an abbreviation. I don't think readability check has an abbreviation. Check has an abbreviation. Readability, I think, doesn't have an abbreviation. So that was one point where I could see a little fast was going on, but otherwise it was a very clean call. Quickly send me a log.
Yes, sir.
All aircrafts, Victor Tango, Papa Romeo Tango, relaying for Mumbai ground. Categories of message handled by ATCs are as follows. So first priority messages which are handled are distress messages or distress call or distress traffic, whose call goes with the Mayday saying 3 times. Then second priority is given to urgency messages, whose call goes with pan saying 3 times. Then comes on second priority only medical emergencies, which whose call goes with pan with 3 times followed by medical pan medical. Then comes adverse weather phenomena or natural calamities, whose call goes with saying security 3 times. These are those conditions which can be later on be said or be converted into a distress or a urgency call. Then comes third priority call, which is communication related to direction finding. Then comes fourth priority call, which is flight safety messages. Then comes fifth priority call, which are meteorological messages. Then comes sixth priority call, which are flight regularity messages.
Continue talking to the class, Prerit.
Yes, sir. So there are one confusion between these adverse weather conditions and meteorological messages. Meteorological messages comes in 5th position on priority, and this adverse weather phenomena comes in 2nd priority. The difference in these two are this adverse weather calls goes with security, and this can be converted into a pan or a mayday call, whereas meteorological messages are those messages which has less chance of being converted into a distress or urgency calls.
Very good. Very well said. Prerit, impressed. Very nice. Very impressed. Very good. How many of you all have written down all the 6 priorities? Raise your hand, everyone. I've said it's a blind environment, but every now and then you can turn your videos on when we are interacting. So Ritviz has not written it, Narendra has not written it, Yamuna, Zaiprakash, Siddharth, Nyarika, Suchita, Vikram, Kanishk. Many people have not written it. Why? Not right. Somebody who's written it, share a screenshot quickly. Shraddha, if you have written it, share it. Shrijit, share it. Priyanka, share it. अगर किसी ने नहीं लिखा है तो प्रेरित को रीडबैक के लिए बोल सकते हैं, राइट? You can use RT phrases, you can use call signs, make a call and ask him to say again. Prerit, everything was good. I was expecting a little extra that you'll ask everyone whether they have noted it or not, or whether you should repeat something else, because non-stop बोला आपने. आपको ये चीज पढ़ने में इतना समय लगा इतने परफेक्शन लाने के लिए, उनको एक बार में कैसे समझेगा? तो हमारी भी कुछ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि हम सबसे पूछें. दिस इज वॉट यू आर लर्निंग टुडे. कुछ गलत नहीं किया तुमने. टुडे आई एम गिविंग यू एन अथॉरिटी टू फील लाइक दैट अभी 20 लोग को समझा रहे हो, कुछ तो पूछना तो जरूरी है ना कि यार आप लोग को समझ आया कि नहीं आया, तो बोलो, मैं एक बार रीड बैक देता हूँ वापस. या फिर आप बोल सकते हो आई से अगेन जैसे ट्रांसमिटिंग ब्लाइंड में करते हैं, एंड पूरा कॉल एक बार वापस दे सकते हो अपना, तो जिसने नहीं लिखा वो लिख सकता है ना. But students not good. Okay, otherwise not good if you have not written it. So, what do you understand from priority of messages? Who can answer apart from Prerit? Raise your hand. Everybody else, lower your hands. I want you all to give me an answer of what you have understood about priority of messages. Raise your hand and be confident. There is no wrong answer. You will always be benefited if you try to give an answer. Write today's date, everyone, and write October 23 L1. So far, I've not given you a batch code other than OCT 23. That's where the playlist of these lectures will be available. I want this title on your first page of your notes for today and today's date also, okay? Okay, Muskan, good job. Shraddha, have you written it right now? Or is it from past? Looks like it's from past. Okay, no problem though. Srijit, have you written it right now?
Affirm, sir. Victor Tango Sierra Hotel Romeo.
It's not affirm, it's affirm. Practice that. Say again, Srijit, affirm.
Affirm, sir. Victor Tango Sierra Hotel Romeo.
Whenever you're speaking with me, it's okay if you don't say sir. As long as we're doing RT class, you can just keep your conversations, everyone, limited to what we do in RT. That way we can practice a little more. Ayan, आप भी पिछला भेज रहे हो, नया नहीं लिखा आपने, कोई बात नहीं. Station calling, say again.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Sierra Hotel Romeo.
Victor Tango Sierra Hotel Romeo, Mumbai ground. Go ahead.
Affirm, sir, the notes were from the past. I just wanted to show that I was revising it. When he was explaining it, I was trying to revise it and get it in my mind.
Very good. So, are you thorough with this?
Affirm, sir, I can write it again so that I can fix it in my memory.
Wait, I'll tell you what to do. Stand by. Students, please, the video is on, everyone. Where are we? Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to share this image on screen. And Shraddha, you look at the image and in a non-technical word, but able to use RT phrases, explain this quickly within a span of 30 seconds to a minute to the entire class. Students, I would want you all to tell me if you cannot hear me or if you cannot see the screen. Okay. Everybody focus and listen to what she's saying. And I can ask any question to anyone to see whether you're focusing or not, like a relay. All right. Okay. Shraddha, I'm setting a timer.
All aircrafts. Victor Tango Sierra Hotel Romeo. I am going to explain the category of priority of messages. As we all know, the ATC will be communicating with a lot of aircrafts, and those aircrafts will have different time of arrival and departure and their sequence when and as to talking to the ATC. So this priority of messages gives them the priority which enables the ATC to prioritize their sequence and address to them so as to be able to address their necessities and give a solution for them. And we all know that ATC is there to help with the safety of the operations. So the priorities are listed in such a way that the adversities are ranked and hence these priorities are listed. The first priority addresses the distress messages which are said using the phrase Mayday told 3 times. Second priority is urgency messages is told using the phrase pan 3 times. Third priority addresses to the communication related to direction finding. Fourth priority, flight safety messages. Fifth priority, meteorological messages. Sixth priority, flight regulatory messages.
Very good effort, Shata. Very happy to see you explain. Very nice. Students, everything that you learn, everything that you read during your course of training for RT, as well as CPL, can be used, can be asked in your RT exams. Okay? Everything is important. Priority of messages is important because you should know when to transmit and when not to transmit. There are people in flying schools, there are trainers teaching FRTOL to new candidates for their SPL training. There are people telling students that Pan Mayday should be said twice. Pan should be said twice, not thrice. And the pressure of being under the banner of your flying school will make you feel that what they are saying is right. Okay? But that is not the truth. You go through one of the notebooks from your digital library, you will find the answer yourself. And that notebook is shared with you in direct print from iCATS. It's carefully mentioned that Pan Mayday should be preferably said 3 times. And that has become a norm. Because FRTOL is an in-house examination, nobody is bothered about it to fix. But what happens? All this wrong learning that is taught to you in your first interaction with schools sticks with you and becomes a part of your habits by the time you give real RT exams. So whatever you do it the wrong way, the wrong that you have learned, and nobody is blaming you. But please don't let that happen to you, because now you are associated here at Invictus. One of the students, very well-to-do student, he left the academy because of this. And I told him to RT के बाद flying school join कर ले, नहीं तो तू नहीं कर पाएगा. And that's what happened. I don't know where he is. बहुत बुरा लगता है लेकिन मुझे. I just hope वो stress में नहीं है and pass कर जाएगा. But the way the people are, वो shortcut के through ही उसको करवाएंगे. उसको अच्छे तरीके से करने ही नहीं देंगे वहाँ पे अभी उसको. And वो डर fight कर पाएगा because now he's into their world. So the whole pressure is felt. And I'm just worried that this smart guy should not change into that guy who's getting things the wrong way or the easy way instead of doing it. फिर वो आदत बन जाती है, पैसे खिलाना, चीटिंग करना, लीक पेपर पढ़ के ही पास होना, क्वेश्चन बैंक करके ही पास होना, फिर वो आदत बन जाती है. तुम कुछ और कर ही नहीं पाओगे फिर तुम में बस वही आएगा और आ ही नहीं पाएगा कुछ. So remember, if anything of that sort happens, 10% we all make mistakes, human error. Help me rectify, I'll rectify it. But when I say, no, this is not the way, this is the right way, then believe that and do that. I'll give you references. इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ, अगर आप लोग को वो स्ट्रैटेजी चाहिए तो मुझे अभी बता देना है, ताकि मैं आप लोगों पे टाइम वेस्ट ना करूँ. वो टाइम मैं दूसरे बच्चों को दूँ जो बेचारे मेहनत कर रहे हैं, बेचारे स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं, है ना? This is for everyone once again, because the Pan thing, I want to make it clear, should be said 3 times. When it comes to Pan medical, Pan medical once, like this. Mayday, 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 Mayday. Security, 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 security. The security is not ending with a Y Yankee, it ends with an E, echo, with a dash above the echo. If you don't know what it represents, look up dictionary. Self-learn a little bit. Why is the difference between this security and that security? Mayday, Pan medical, security, top categories of messages. If today I'm transmitting Pan medical and the other pilot transmits Mayday, the ATC will have to dedicate attention to both of them at the same time, but more attention will be given to Mayday first and then Pan. बट डू यू थिंक पैन पैन वाले से बातें नहीं करेंगे, सिर्फ मेडे से करेंगे? हो ही नहीं सकता है। कुछ तो अरेंजमेंट होगा, बट ज्यादा टेंशन मेडे को मिलेगा। तुरंत उसके बाद पैन पैन को साथ में साइमल्टेनियस मिल जाएगा। वी हैव चैनल्स, वी हैव मल्टीपल चैनल्स, कुछ ना कुछ एस्टेब्लिश हो ही जाएगा। थर्ड प्रायोरिटी इज समथिंग यू कैन ignore or take for granted, which is communication related to direction finding. Very important. If you don't know where you are, if you're lost in air, radar vectoring is what you request as a part of a call that you learn. That is your direction finding communication. So third priority, although we don't have pan pan or mayday, we can simply have a communication with loss of unable to determine where is my situational awareness or where is my position. So you'll get more categories. So request QDM, request QDR, QDM, magnetic track to a station, direct flight. In air, lost with RCF, very bad situation. Pan pan. Pan pan said thrice. Fourth priority, flight safety messages. Apart from these features, if there's anything that is impacting the safety of the aircraft, that will be fourth priority. But the first three priority are also related to safety only. So understand the difference in the common that we have here, commonness, whatever the common things are. Fifth priority, meteorological messages. Any messages transmitted to the pilot or from the pilot describing weather should be prioritized, because that weather, if it's going to change into a worse weather, then we should know beforehand before we get stuck into a CB cell cloud or something like that. And then flight regulatory messages are the sixth priority. What do we mean by that? Flight regulatory as in traffic management or rule management or execution of rule or whatever it is, the laws and everything that will help you regulate the traffic well. Okay, remember the category of messages. Remember. Okay, we'll take a short break. Once we come after the break, I want everyone who's left to do their readability checks quick. You're going very slow and I'm getting exhausted. So imagine तुम्हारा क्या हो रहा होगा, तुम तो बोल भी नहीं रहे हो, मैं बोल रहा हूँ, so I'm involved, so I'm not that exhausted. Somebody who's not speaking, who's just sitting like this, is going to be 10 times more exhausted than the person who's responding. So don't do that again. Don't be so slow. We'll take a break for 15 minutes. And yeah, it's what, 1221, right? So I'll give you 1225 plus 15. So how much is it? 1240, I guess. Let's come back at 1240, everyone. Don't be late. You can keep the session connected, keep your videos off, or leave the session and rejoin. Same links, same passcode. We'll be starting after Papa Romeo Tango. Papa Romeo Tango, you will make the first call and then people will continue. All right? Whatever questions you'll have, we'll discuss after the break. All right? Chalo, students. I'll see you at 1240, everyone. जय प्रकाश, nice to see you. हाँ, break time पे शक्ल दिखा रहे हो मुझे.
Hi, sir.
Hi. I was not expecting you to attend any session. अच्छा लगा. How's your year now?
No, sir. Actually, my exam now it's RT, Hyderabad exam.
I don't know. I didn't know that. But good.
Just now I came.
Take the break. I'll see you after the break.
ठीक है sir.
है ना? Yeah.
हाँ.
I'll see you after the break. Yeah. Go freshen up.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Papa Romeo Tango on 121 decimal liner. Pre-flight radio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you read?
Victor Tango, Papa Romeo Tango, Mumbai ground. Read you 5. How do you read?
Read you 5, strength 5, Victor Tango Papa Romeo Tango.
Very warm welcome, students. I hope everyone is back. Narendra is not here. He has his SPL class. And who else is missing? I sense someone else is missing. 1 second. Okay, Seth. Okay, so we all are here. Okay, Prerit, send me a log quickly. And students, time to turn on your videos. Now let's be live. Let's get into the next setting of a session. And let me explain you all the whole idea and the plan ahead so that you know what's going to happen and what you need to do. All right, everyone.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Yankee Mike November, stand 2 on 121 decimal niner, readability check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you read?
Victor Tango Yankee Mike November, Mumbai ground. Read U5. How do you read?
Read you 5, strength 5, Victor Tango Yankee Mike November.
Yamuna, very good call. Very good call. How do you feel about this call? It's your first live call, right?
Yes, sir. First live class and first live call.
Yes. Tell me, how was your experience? And how do you feel about your call?
It was good, sir.
Excellent. Very happy. Surprised. I'm like, अच्छा हुआ Yamuna को call practice करने दिया. Only when you practice that I get to know where you are, students. Very good. Send me a log. Papa, Quebec, Romeo, PQR, S, Sierra, many students with S waiting for their turn. हाँ, सिद्धार्थ सबसे ज्यादा एग्जॉस्टेड लग रहा था मुझे. सर कुछ तो पढ़ाओ सर, मैं कब से बैठा हूँ सर, मेरे काम की चीज तो पढ़ाओ मुझे. हाँ सिद्धार्थ, आर यू फीलिंग लाइक दैट? उसाद बोलो
No, sir, not at all.
उसाद, आप ऐसा कुछ सोच रहे हो सर, काम की बात कब बताओगे मुझे? ये सब तो मेरा हो गया है. हाँ, नाश्ता हो गया, मेन कोर्स कब मिलेगा सर? ऐसा कुछ? Anybody thinking like that? Don't think like that. I have a plan. Okay, I'll tell you all. शायद बोल रहा है मेरा भी किधर यू में नाम है सर ने उल्टा क्यों नहीं शुरू किया? कॉल देके चले जाता मैं कहीं, है ना, काम वाम कर लेता, थोड़ा बिजनेस संभाल लेता. गुरप्रीत नहीं है आज क्लास में. गुरप्रीत काफी दिन से वेट कर रहा है, सर लाइव क्लास क्यों नहीं हो रही? हालांकि गुरप्रीत 2 दिन में हो जाएगी. आई थिंक वो बिजी है कहीं. ओके, प्लीज फटाफट करो कॉल्स, फिर मुझे बहुत कुछ समझाना है, बताना है, हमारे पास समय नहीं है फिर. यमुना,
Mumbai,
good call. Your log. Sorry for the interruption. Yamuna, log नहीं आया तुम्हारा, call log.
Yes, sir, sending.
Okay, please station. Next station, go ahead.
Mumbai, radio, Victor Tango, Sierra Hotel, Romeo, stand 2 Pre-flight cell call check. On secondary 80901, check cell call Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta.
Victor Tango Sierra Hotel Romeo, Mumbai Radio, checking cell call Alpha Charlie Delta Bravo.
Negative. I say again. Check cell call Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta. Victor Tango Sierra Hotel Romeo.
Very good. Very good, Shraddha. Good presence of mind to end with your call sign. And well said. Good call. Give me a log. And tell me about your prep and how do you feel giving a live call? And do you think it's correct? I like the call. Good rate of speech.
However, I feel like it is difficult when giving a live call. Like when you're preparing, it's much easier to write and say it at the same time. But while giving the live call, I feel you feel much more nervous. I felt the pressure. I felt like even though I'm thinking and I'm saying, I was finding it difficult to write because I don't know. I think I was nervous.
With all the nervousness, the performance that you managed to give is excellent. Keep doing what you're doing. Okay. Remember, students, you're welcome. Students, remember to end with your call sign whenever you reply. Now, the reply was so instant. Negative, I say again. Check cell call Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta. Now, logically, we should know that, okay, we have to end with a call sign. Examiners will give you a hint like I gave, where there was a pause for my reply. The student knows that sir will give me instant reply. Student is sure sir ne instant reply nahi diya hai. It means there might be something I'm missing and then it clicks. It's called situational awareness. Even if we have this, it helps us get more marks in the exam. Examiners are like that. They will help you if you do the right thing. So try to get the hints also. Many a times they'll give you hints and they'll try to help you. They'll also help you and still you're not clear. That also is something that I've heard. So your job should be perfection. Results will be a byproduct. Remember that. आप कॉल को perfect बनाओ. Ensure all your calls are perfect. Result तुम्हारे favor में ही आएंगे हमेशा. नहीं आए मतलब हमारे calls perfect नहीं थे. If you don't get correct results, think that my call is not perfect. Okay, I'll perfect it in the next attempt maybe, and then I'll clear it. Simple. One more instruction I had given you all that if frequency is not mentioned, then don't say the number. So that we could have inputted, put in this call, Shraddha, but it's okay. Just a practice, and it's good to practice with numbers also. So I like that. Just send me a log quickly. I want to see whether you said on secondary or and secondary. Not that it's a big problem word, but I just want to see the conjunction used. Okay, fine. Good. Good logs. Very nice. I like the reply also. Very instant. Very good. Who's going next?
Shall I go, sir? Mumbai ground. Victor Tango Sierra India Delta on secondary. Pre-flight cell call check. Check cell call Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta.
Victor Tango Sierra India Delta. Mumbai Radio. Checking cell call. Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta.
Cell call. Okay. Switching to primary. Standby. Victor Tango Sierra India Delta.
Good call, good rate of speech. Little on the slower side. एनर्जी थोड़ी कम लग रही है. दो चीज पे हम काम करेंगे तो और अच्छा लगेगा हमें. But good call, clean call. A mistake is made in this call. Who can point it out? Anyone? A word or phrase has been used which could have been replaced with a standard word and a phrase used in that scenario. Raise your hand,
Instead of
whoever can correct. Okay, Niharika, raise your hand.
instead of
first, students.
switching to that one, changing over to.
ठीक है, Priyanka. Om, Priyanka is stealing all opportunities. You are right. And students, everyone be like Priyanka. Try to steal opportunities. It's fine. Priyanka, हाथ ऊपर रेस करना है, मैं मौका दूंगा आंसर देने का. ठीक है? But I like
Affirm
this
Victor
behavior. I
Tango
don't
from
mind.
India.
I don't mind. You all can be like this, students. Niharika, what was your answer?
I was saying, so instead of switching, he should use changing to primary.
People, आंसर दिया है नहीं दिया, जिसने जिसने हाथ ऊपर किया उनका हाथ ऊपर रहने दो. क्या डिजिटल हाथ है, दुखने थोड़ी वाला है तुम्हारा. हाँ, it's digital hand. It's not gonna hurt you. स्कूल इन व्हेन वी वर किड्स, स्कूल में हाथ ऊपर करके पनिशमेंट मिलता था हमें, पूरा पूरा लेक्चर. हैंड्स अप. पता नहीं क्यों कराते थे हैंड्स अप. Do you all even know about this? I don't know. I'm thinking about this memory after 15 years or 20 years. मैं तो भूल भी गया था ऐसा कुछ होता था स्कूल में. Hands up. I was a good kid in school, so कम हुआ है मेरे साथ वो सब, but बहुतों के साथ हुआ है आसपास. Okay, सिद्धार्थ, पहली बार आरटी कर रहे हो?
Yes, sir.
पहली बार आरटी कर
नहीं
रहे हो?
सर.
कल आरटी
नहीं
शुरू
नहीं.
किया आपने? तो जो मेरा रूल नंबर 1 है कि मुझे फ्रेजेस सबसे ज्यादा यूज करने हैं. मेरा कॉल सिंपल है, सिंपल चेक है, एवरीथिंग इज गुड, रेट ऑफ स्पीच, रिप्लाईज. तो स्विचिंग कहाँ से आ रहा है जहाँ चेंजिंग टू आना चाहिए? ये एबीसीडी
Noted
है
it, sir.
मेरा. नोटेड की बात नहीं है, अभी के अभी पढ़ो उस चीज को, दिमाग में डालो कि आइंदा कभी ना हो. जहां हमें फ्रेज यूज करने, स्टूडेंट्स, वेयर वी हैव टू यूज फ्रेजेस, वी कैन नॉट यूज एनीथिंग एल्स. अगर अभी भी हमारी ये मिस्टेक्स है तो वी हैव टू गो बैक टू आवर फर्स्ट लेक्चर, सेकंड लेक्चर एंड फिक्स आवर मिस्टेक देयर एट द रूट कॉज. अदरवाइज एग्जाम्स में ये होते रहेंगे, बिकॉज हमारा माइंड क्या करेगा, हमारे माइंड को बड़ी बड़ी चीजों पे ध्यान रहेगा, ये छोटी चीजों पे ध्यान नहीं रहेगा. ये छोटी चीजें नहीं है. आई हैव लिटिल फिंगर्स, इन माई फिंगर्स आई हैव लिटिल बोन्स. मेरा अगर ये बीच का छोटा बोन टूट जाता है तो क्या मेरा फिंगर काम करेगा स्टूडेंट? बट ये छोटा बोन है ना, क्या है एक बोन इतने बड़े बॉडी के अंदर? Just think about it. Although these things are basics, fundamentals, they are as important as an eye or a bone in my vertebrae. समझ रहे हो आप लोग मैं क्या बोलना चाह रहा हूँ? You cannot ignore it. And आपको पता नहीं है, but आप लोग ऑलरेडी इग्नोर कर करके आगे बढ़ रहे हो. एंड माई जॉब इज टू टेल यू ऑल, बेटा अच्छे से करो, रुको, गो बैक, फिक्स इट, देन मूव अहेड. अगर अभी भी ऐसा हो रहा है तो एग्जाम में होगा. एंड मार्क्स कैसे मिलेंगे, पास कैसे होंगे? There are certain do's and don'ts that you're not allowed to do and that you have to do. Don'ts not allowed to do. Do's you have to do. Usage of phrases ending with your call sign, not having dead air, not having fillers. ये 4 रूल्स इतने जरूरी है ये कि इतने आप अच्छे से कर लो, आप आराम से पार्ट 1 पास कर लोगे आराम से. यू विल नॉट बिलीव, अरे सर इतना क्यों बोल रहे हैं सर, तो सिर्फ सेल्स पिच बोल रहे हैं, इजी है. इजी होता नहीं है, इजी ही होता है. आस्क ऑल दो स्टूडेंट्स हु हैव क्लियर्ड, दे विल टेल यू अरे अपन को समझता नहीं है, होता है, इजी ही है. एक ही चीज आएगी बस, और अपन को समझने में टाइम लग रहा है. फुल मुंबई लैंग्वेज आई एम टॉकिंग टू यू. अपन इज एन अस, इट्स मुंबई स्ट्रीट लैंग्वेज फॉर यू. So Siddharth, it's a minor error, but I cannot allow you to go ahead with this. You, Prerit, Usaid, all seniors, Jaiprakash, you are expected to make least of silly errors. You can make new errors, high-end errors. Silly errors? No, no, no. Human error, slip of tongue is fine. But otherwise, good job. Okay. Good. You send me a log. सिद्धार्थ बोले सर वेट करके ऐसा हुआ, नहीं तो नहीं होता. ह्यूमन एरर अगेन. एग्जाम में भी ऐसा होगा ना, लास्ट होगा तुम्हारा रोल नंबर, तो क्या सब भूल जाओगे? नहीं. सो सिद्धार्थ, व्हाट डू यू हैव टू से?
I've noted my mistakes, sir.
नोट करने से क्या होगा?
मतलब अभी मैं वो मिस्टेक नहीं करूंगा.
क्या है वो मिस्टेक?
स्विचिंग ओवर यूज किया जहाँ पे चेंजिंग ओवर करना.
व्हाट्स द रूट ऑफ द मिस्टेक?
So root of the mistake is phrase में switching over and changing over मतलब the meaning is similar, तो कहीं ना कहीं पढ़ते टाइम मतलब वो switching over ज्यादा उस पे ज्यादा concentrate कर लिया मैंने.
मैं तो कभी स्विचिंग नहीं
दूसरे
सिखाया.
सब्जेक्ट्स में पढ़ते
तो
टाइम.
कहाँ से सीखा स्विचिंग?
सर मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, आरटी की बात नहीं है, जो दूसरे सब्जेक्ट्स है वो पढ़ते टाइम में चेंजिंग ओवर कहीं मिस हो गया. And after a long time, I'm coming back
चेंजिंग
to
ओवर
RT.
भी नहीं बोलते, चेंजिंग टू बोलते हैं.
Changing to, yes. Changing to.
So what's your plan to fix it?
So I already fixed it.
What did you fix?
Instead of whenever I will be like going from secondary to primary, I will be using the phrase changing to primary.
And what's the general error? So it's a specific error that you have done. What's the general error here? The general error is we are not using standard words and phrases where we are supposed to use it, but we are using a different word with a similar meaning, which is not an RT approved standard words and phrase. Part of that. अगर switching पे और changing पे हो रहा है तो मेरे हिसाब से और भी कहीं हो सकता है. रॉजर की जगह ओके बोल दोगे, या अफर्म की जगह यस बोल दोगे, नेगेटिव की जगह नो बोल दोगे. सो व्हाट यू नीड टू डू इज read the table of standard words and phrases thrice and make sense of it, and then apply in all of your calls. Plan of action. समझ रहे हो? Go back to basics and build the strength. Everybody eyes on the screen. I'm showing you something, and it's not a joke. So you must have seen that I have shared this with you. Can everybody see the screen? Everyone? Okay. Anyone who cannot, feel free to speak, unmute and speak. So this is the folder that I have made, RTR Digital Library. Okay. So with some, I have shared the entire folder. And with some, I have just shared the RTR notes first, because I think annexes will be too much to be expected for you to have read initially. So this is what I have shared with all, and students who have not reached 1-4, I have shared only specific books, book 1, book 2, book 3. So we go on this and we see that one second. Okay. So the sequencing right now is ulta right now. Okay, it will start with this arrow. Yeah. BK stands for book. Okay, for easy reference. To many students, I've also shared an index PDF on WhatsApp so that you can relate. Basically, it's a screenshot of this. Book 1, Rules of the Air. Book 3, here in this file, important definitions. These are important for regulations, navigation, methodology, and RT makes sense and all. These 2 books you should have well read. So many times I say that. What I'm trying to talk about is from where can you access the standard words and phrases with respect to Siddharth. And I'll show you where the phrases are. So you will get it in the manual of radio telephony also. This is the book I was talking about, direct from iCATS for references. All right. Second thing, this Viva book, part 2 Viva book. From book 12, we have all part 2 based pointers that we have noted down based upon the questions and types of questions that are asked. This Viva book 1, okay? This book, if you scroll down, there's everything. There's so much in this book that uska आधा भी नहीं पूछेंगे आप लोगों को. And these are most commonly asked questions in sessions. Okay, so consolidated. See here, page number 39. We have put the phraseology also here. If you cannot access any other books, if you cannot access your notes, your Google Drive will always be there with you. You can download and keep it offline. The whole folder you can download and keep it offline. See, everything is here. And still we are not using it. And it's not like, now here if we say, I don't have that, changing to, I don't have, but I have contact, but I don't have changing to. I should be aware about everything that I have. Maybe this is why Siddharth might not know. Maybe he's just assuming switching. He doesn't know. And that is lack of awareness. If we still have lack of awareness, today or tomorrow, somewhere we will make mistakes. So I want you all to go in depth with any mistake that you make and try and access a resource to fix your communication errors. Don't just note down your doubts anymore. Okay. So where do I get it? I'll show you this. Now this, I don't know how many would be interested in going through this manual, but it will help you so much. You'll be like, "Arey sir, ये सब तो आपने दिया ही है हमें." I'm like, "Of course." Check this, okay? Everything you have studied. Here also, we don't have changing to. We only have contact. Okay? So be very careful. And people talking about go ahead. See, some people say go ahead hai, some people say go ahead nahi hai. Siddharth, read it out loud.
The phrase "go ahead" has been deleted. In its place, the use of calling aeronautical stations call sign followed by answering the aeronautical station's call sign shall be considered the invitation to proceed with transmission by calling station.
मुझे तो कुछ समझ नहीं आया सिद्धार्थ.
The phrase "go ahead" has been deleted. In its place, the use of the calling aeronautical station's call sign followed by the answering aeronautical station's call sign shall be considered the invitation to proceed with transmission by the station calling.
उसैद, क्या मतलब है इसका बताओ?
Sir, it simply means that, sir, go ahead has been omitted from the phrases and we can only use call sign to whom we are calling and our call sign after that. That means that you can go ahead.
Om, help with the explanation of this. कहाँ गया वो? Okay. Om, कहाँ हो?
Yes, sir. Same. We don't have to say go ahead.
रुको. ओम everyone, जब भी आप लोग के सामने कोई दूसरा इंसान एक आंसर देता है, if any other person answers in front of you and if you have to give the same answer, this will happen in your group discussions for your cadet programs and airline interviews. Don't say same as that guy. Never start your answer with that. Om, haven't we discussed this once or twice? Om, training को kick in करना है, इतने अच्छे से हमारी हुई है. Okay, go ahead with the answer.
Yes, sir. So we don't need to say go ahead. Instead of that, we just say our call sign. Firstly, the station whom we are calling call sign, then our call sign. It implements the go ahead to that station. Just we don't need to say go ahead.
Okay. Thank you for reading, but मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आया. Who will try? Quickly, somebody explain. Ritviz? Ritviz कहाँ है? Victor
Yes,
Tango,
sir.
Romeo India Tango. Yeah, क्या
Yes,
इतना
sir.
lag
I'm
and
here.
delay, students? Students, I'll have to make your videos compulsory, okay? ऐसा करोगे तो बोलो बोलो ऋत्विज, अच्छा आ गए तुम. क्या
Yes,
बोले?
sir.
ऋत्विज बोले सॉरी सर आंख लग गई थी.
No, sir. That's not.
होता है, कोई बात नहीं, होता है. सिद्धार्थ फोकस. यार ऋत्विज जल्दी समझाओ.
Yes, sir. It just. I'm sorry. It just says us that the phrase "go ahead" has been deleted from the icon. That we don't use anymore. That we don't use "go ahead" anymore, and despite of that, we use actually the next person. Usually, the person whom we are talking to just says our call sign, and then we get a sign that we have to proceed. Yes, sir.
कुछ तो बोले हो. आई
Yes, sir.
अप्रिशिएट योर एफर्ट, बट मुझे तो कुछ समझ नहीं आया. Reason I'm saying the same thing is because you have to use specific keywords when you're explaining something, students, and you have to give examples to explain something. To be able to explain is a strategy we have to use in your part 2 Viva also. Okay? क्या पढ़ रहे हैं, क्या समझ रहे हैं? Those are the two important things. What are you learning and what are you understanding? Learn right now from the perspective of how will you be able to explain it correctly to the third person, and put it in your mind right now. Whenever you're studying aviation, if you want maximum benefit of your training sessions, think पढ़ना है, समझना है, याद रखना है, and then I should also be able to explain to someone. If you reach a point till आ रहा है, याद भी रह रहा है, but I'm not able to explain, then you still have a little bit more learning to do. This is my final interview session that I do for student selection during new admissions. क्योंकि मेरे पास अब मेरे बच्चों के लिए टाइम नहीं है, तो मैं नए बच्चों को ऐसों को नहीं हायर कर पा रहा हूँ स्टडी के लिए जो लोग ये चीज नहीं समझ रहे हैं. उनको उनको क्वेश्चन पेपर ट्राई करना उनके लिए बेटर होगा फिर, बिकॉज उनको वही शॉर्टकट्स चाहिए. तो अगर आप लोग समझ रहे हो तो ही आपको किसी भी ट्रेनिंग सेशन का फायदा हो सकता है. दिस इज आप रियलाइज. सो दिस इज अ न्यू स्ट्रैटेजी दैट आई एम इनकलकेटिंग इन योर. जो पहले से है उनको मैंने डायरेक्टली नहीं सिखाया है. जो नए आ रहे हैं उनको मैं पहले ही सिखा दे रहा हूँ ताकि उनको आरटी में अभी ट्रबल ना हो. So I'm modifying my strategy. So this is a new strategy that I've realized is benefiting new students. And नए बच्चों को पता है. नए बच्चों को पता है उन्होंने कितना स्ट्रगल किया है लेक्चर 2 लेक्चर 3 के बाद, एंड देन उनको पता चला अच्छा ऐसे पढ़ना है. वैसे पढ़ने से ना उनकी पढ़ाई बहुत ज़्यादा फास्ट हो जाती है, क्वालिटी बहुत अच्छी हो जाती है, एंड मज़ा बहुत ज़्यादा आता है, एंड कॉन्फिडेंस बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ता है. So everyone collectively know there are 4 levels of learning. First, understanding and taking in. Okay. So attending the class, then understanding the class, then remembering the class, and then being able to speak it to someone else, explain it to someone else. सर ध्यान रखो, लिखो ये सब. मैं बता रहा हूँ ये सब आपका काम बहुत आसान कर लेगा. दो मॉक सेशंस दोगे आरटी के, आप लोग पास हो जाओगे. फिर ऐसा होगा. So what generally happens? Now I'll give you an example of how to explain this. Okay, quickly, and this is very important. Okay, this is very important. पहले तो मैनुअल का नाम याद कर लो. व्हाट इज द डॉक फॉर मैनुअल ऑफ आरटी? वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट 2 वाइवा क्वेश्चन. इट्स डॉक 9432. एवरीबडी मेमोराइज दिस. मैनुअल ऑफ आरटी डॉक्यूमेंट 9432. ICAO issues annexures and docs, nothing else. The whole guidebook is through that. Okay. Which edition? 4th edition. You should always check if this is the latest edition or not. If not, then some data that you have here could be obsolete. The good thing is I was able to verify the last time I did through iCAO that this is the latest edition for manual of RT. I would insist you all try and get back to me if you could realize if there's an updated edition, so that we'll try to buy it or access it so that we can study from the updated version. Let's see if anybody can come to me with that information, sir. I think this is the only latest one. और अपडेट आया तो मुझे बताओ, 2023 का ही होगा शायद, मुझे नहीं लगता बीच में कुछ हमने मिस किया, और किया है तो पता चल जाना चाहिए, 14 में था, 15 में था, 19 में था. This is how you should be educated in commercial aviation in India. Students change the old ways now. पहले किसी को समझ नहीं थी, सब फालतू में कुछ भी सिखा रहे थे, बस पास होने से मतलब रख रहे थे. तब जमाना चेंज हो रहा है. People actually value knowledge. And your study phase is your knowledge phase where you can gain the knowledge. Trust me. Aviation को इतना seriously कोई ले नहीं रहा था इतने दिन, but अब change हो रहा है सब कुछ. And you have to be prepared for what's coming. You have to be this smart, and the smartness will only come when you have proper knowledge. बस तुम्हारा ग्रोथ है ना, जो लोग 15 साल में नहीं कर पा रहे, तो 3 साल में हो जाएगा एयरलाइन में. फिर 500% मोर, 5 times more faster. Okay, so quickly we'll look at it. We know what the document is. Edition का नाम तुम्हारे रेफरेंस के लिए होना चाहिए, Doc 9432 Manual of RT. This is what I wanted to introduce also. And yeah, I'll just show you how to explain this. एंड बाकी सबको रीडेबिलिटी चेक करना है, 91320 से पहले खत्म करना है जिसका नहीं हुआ है. ठीक है, सो अगेन just see, look at it and how to explain it. The phrase, go ahead. What do you understand by phrase? iCATS has given us a list of important words and phrases to be used wherever we can. Standard words and phrases. So they are called standard words and phrases. The following words and phrases. What do you mean by phrase? Break, break. Break, break is 2 words. 2 words or more than 2 words are a phrase. And words are just words, 1 word. सब समझ में आना चाहिए आपको अच्छे से. Don't assume anything. The following words and phrases shall be used in radio telephony. RT. We say RT short for radio telephony. Remember, it's not your license. It's radio telephony, RT. We use as short. Should be used in radio communications as appropriate, as and when you should use it, as and when you feel it's appropriate to use it, and they shall have the meaning given below. So what is the word or phrase and what is their meaning? ये भी देखना है पहले. उनका meaning क्या है? This meaning you will be required to answer question number 5 also and part 2 also, word to word, verbatim. You cannot change the answer. Acknowledge. Let me know that you have received and understood the message. The basic type of acknowledgement that you can give is through the word Roger. It means, okay, I've received and understood your message. So acknowledge and Roger are going hand in hand with each other, head and tail. Acknowledge meaning is, let me know that you have received and understood this message. So if Siddharth is not replying, so I'll say Victor Tango Sierra India Delta, Mumbai ground, acknowledge. So what will he understand? He'll understand through this meaning. So he'll look in the book, he'll say acknowledge ka meaning kya hai, dekhte hain. Let's see what's the meaning of acknowledge, and then he'll be like, okay, acknowledge ka meaning hai, Alkesh sir या मुंबई ग्राउंड ये बोल रहे हैं कि मुझे बताओ आपको मेरा मैसेज मिला है कि नहीं, और मुझे बताओ आपको मेरा मैसेज समझा है कि नहीं. Let me know if you have received it, whether you have got my message, and whether you have understood the message, whether you have made sense of the message in your head. So if you don't acknowledge, you don't say Roger, it means dead air, no response, no reply, and you get 0 marks over there. That is the greatest silly mistake you can do by not acknowledging something said to you. So if ATC in the exam says something and you don't know what they are talking about, reply, acknowledge, say Roger, read you 1, say again all, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Charlie. Buy some time, but follow the rules of RT. They'll be like, okay, बच्चा सुन नहीं पा रहा है, वापस बोलते हैं, वो लोग वापस कॉल देंगे. But तुमने तो RT prove किया ना examiner को, you proved your RT skill. Okay. So examiner will know, okay, he or she knows how to talk. Yeah, good for him. And then they'll say the same thing again and you'll get some idea until then. Okay, I still don't know. So you'll say Roger, you'll give read back, you'll say negative, so-and-so, can do so-and-so, request so-and-so, end with your call sign. So if you don't understand something, say negative and say something else that you would do based upon your situation. What matters is your rate of speech, the uses of words and phrases. You are not following the question, but you're communicating as a pilot. You will still end up getting at least 60 to 70% on that question. So there's no wrong answer in RT as long as you follow these little things. Are you getting me, students? This is the secret to never fail in RT exams. Because communicate and your communication should be clean, crystal, and filled with words and phrases. It should be overflowing with words and phrases. Are you following what I'm saying? Is it making sense? If yes, then use this. Ayan, Yamuna, Zaiprakash, Sierra Mike Romeo, Usaid, not interested. Neha, Shraddha, in acknowledging, not interested in acknowledging. How not right? Okay. See, Roger. I have received all of your last transmission. Note, Roger, under no circumstances to be used in reply to a question which requires a readback or which requires affirm or negative. So you can say Roger and then give readback if you want, but whenever you're required to give readback, don't just say Roger, give readback. Whenever you're required to say yes or no, don't say Roger, say affirm or negative. But when you don't know what to say, at least acknowledge by saying Roger, stand by, will call again, Victor Tango Alpha Bravo Charlie. You can also say that if you don't understand something. Are you following what I'm trying to teach you, students? Everyone? Vikram, how about you? I'm not getting any response, I guess.
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Loud and clear. Very good. Okay. So, how to decipher a text was my final example here. Quickly. तो 3 लोग ने रीडबैक दिया, बट समझ नहीं आया, समझाया, फिर समझ नहीं आया. अगर मैं बहुत ज्यादा ध्यान दूंगा तो मुझे समझ आएगा whatever you said. But your job is to explain in an easy way with keywords, ताकि एग्जामिनर्स मल्टीटास्क भी कर रहे हो तो आपकी बात आसानी से समझ पाए. Anybody who doesn't understand anything that I say in Hindi and don't translate it in English, remind me about it, okay? I'm trying whatever I say in Hindi, automatic translation in English. Okay. So here. So the phrase go ahead has been deleted. If tomorrow you come into an argument with someone who is in a higher position compared to you, but is giving you an incorrect thing, like, okay, go ahead नहीं delete हुआ है, but आपने पढ़ा हुआ है, अब उनकी मानेंगे, वो instructor है, examiner है, पता नहीं. So how do you debate with them? You'll say, see, actually, as per iCATS Doc 9342, Volume 4, issued 2004, the phrase go ahead has been deleted. Earlier, it used to be a standard phrase which used to mean pass your message or go ahead with your request. Because I've taught you that. You should know that. And instead of that go ahead, there is a new provision which represents what go ahead and its reply used to represent. Now remember, we need go ahead very importantly and clearly from the ATCs to initiate our operations. As in, I need permission to speak to them, and for them to give me permission to speak to them, they have to say go ahead. So if I don't get a go ahead, how do I communicate with them? So that happens when you are raising a station. That happens when you are initiating a request for the first time. Or that happens when you're talking to the ATC for the first time, getting into the cockpit as a first part of your job for that particular day or shift. So it is a very important phrase. Otherwise, anybody would talk anytime and that could cause interference like it is happening in a live environment, even in a classroom. So see, this is how you talk about things. If you can do this, students, आप line में सबसे आगे खड़े रहोगे. The line of selection, exams, RT, and then in life ahead. And this is the best way to study. My job is to teach you, and to teach you how to study is what I've realized these days, because otherwise it will be very difficult for you. In its place, the use of the calling aeronautical stations call sign. The calling as in the person who's calling us. unka call sign, their call sign, followed by the answering aeronautical station's call sign, as in the person to whom the call is sent, who is supposed to be replying. So let's say this person transmitting to me, just stand by, students. Yeah. Okay, students, can you see me? Sorry. I think somebody was stuck. Where is the class? Students, are you there? I cannot see anyone. Okay. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? Are you understanding? So how do I explain? How do I understand? If you could pull it off and if you could show it to me in these series of lectures before your exams, I think that should be on your agenda, that, okay, that's the goal that I need to reach. Okay. Along with the other things that are learning and studying. Yeah. Siddharth, what are you thinking? Share your views.
Yes, sir. So sir, my views are much. I have a better clarity now, and I will go through the docs which you have shared, and I will, instead of just correcting, I will learn all the phrases once again. So I won't make any silly mistakes like this.
Very good. So I'll just
Hello, sir.
finish this exercise. Yeah, station calling. Go ahead.
Sir, about the statement, the whole meaning of that statement is rising the station, na?
Raising the station. It is all about raising the station. Yes. Anytime when you're making a call for the first time or making a new request or a first request. This is when go ahead is generally used. So the whole situation is about that time. Raising. RAISING. Romeo Alpha India, Sierra India, November Golf. Raising. Raising, generally when we raise something up, is called raising. जब भी कोई चीज increase होती है, even if a flag pole or a mast that you have to raise, it's first horizontal, then you raise it up. Raising is like raising a station. It means हमारे और ATC के बीच में एक channel को raise करना, it already exists, but that communication is not with us. The frequency, somebody else is talking to that ATC already. Maybe 10 different pilots are talking to the ATC at that time. But that's what raising the station is all about. We all are stations right now. Anywhere where you have RT communication apparatus, that becomes an aeromobile station. Okay, a nautical station. So when they are saying calling a nautical station, it means the person who's trying to get in touch with you. It could be another aircraft, it could be ATC. When they say the answering aeronautical station, it means the person who's supposed to give an answer. So right now, I am the calling aeronautical station because you all are listening to me and taking answers from me, and you all are answering aeronautical stations because I'm the ATC, you all are the pilots right now. So that is what the station, these are the words. Get used to these words and people will think you're super educated, which you are, right? Show it, show it. Show off your knowledge in a very soft way. Don't be arrogant. And whenever, twice, if you would prove a point that I am right, they are wrong, and they don't believe, say, yeah, you could be right. I'll cross-check it. Always say that and end the debate there. That's it. Because you have your manuals, right? You also go home and check, अरे वो दो बार क्यों बोल रहा था? कुछ update तो नहीं आया, मैं गलत तो नहीं हूँ. After checking, when you realize you're not wrong, you'll smile and say that I'm happy, I'm right, and nobody knows about it. Basically, they will not know I'm a threat, right? ऐसा कुछ. If Buffy, you get a job, then nothing to worry. But there also you'll have a lot of things. So your knowledge will be a savior. Shall be considered. So using that person's call sign, example ले लेते हैं. कोई तो मुझे कॉल लो फटाफट. You will be the calling aeronautical station. The person who has not practiced the call after Sierra. After Siddharth, who was in line, please do this call. Srijit, nobody interested? हो गया सबका call, Siddharth?
Can I?
Priyanka, your call is done. Students have not practiced their call yet for the day. Ritviz, आपका नहीं हुआ है. Usaid, आपका नहीं हुआ है call. Suchita, you're done. Shata, you're done. Okay. Siddharth is done. Shrijit is done. Okay. Usaid, आप रह गए हो ना? चलो चलो जल्दी. Jaiprakash is pending. Vikram is pending. Okay. O S T U V. So Said, then Vikram, then X, Y, Z, then Jaiprakash. Yeah, quick. एक कॉल दो मुझे. Raising the station.
Mumbai Tower.
Mumbai.
Mumbai Tower. Victor Tango Zulu Alpha Yankee. 121.9. Free flight radio check. 12345. 54321. How do you read?
Read you very nice. अजय प्रकाश नाइनर बोलना है, 9 नहीं बोलना है. कहाँ हो आप?
Niner, sir.
नाइनर ना, तो
Niner.
9 क्यों बोल रहे हो? हाँ?
Really, sir.
2 साल, 3 साल, 4 साल आरटी को कब से जानते हो आप? और जो पहली चीज पहले क्लास
I
में
know,
सीखी
sir.
है वो याद नहीं है.
Sir, sir, repeat on.
Yeah, you don't remember the first thing that we have learned in the first class. That is not allowed. Niner.
Yeah,
It's niner.
sir. Forget, sir. Forget, sir.
Forgetting is not an option for us.
Yeah, sir.
Yaya is not a word that we will use.
Roger Victor Tango Zulu Alpha Yankee.
Yeah, good. You were too fast and you were not writing the call and you are interfering, Usaid. तीनों चीजें नहीं करनी है. 3 things that you should avoid, you are doing it. What's the matter, huh? High on energy, is it? इतनी देर आपने मस्त लंच कर लिया सबके पहले अकेले अकेले. And when everybody is sleepy and tired and
Just now I
exhausted.
came in my home, sir. 24
Yeah.
hours after journey, I came just in my home, sir.
Okay, fine. Relax, okay? Good call, but you have not sent me your log and you are too fast. So exam में नहीं चलेगा ये. This will not be allowed in the exam. Okay? Live call.
Okay.
Remember, you
Roger.
have to write the call. Chalo students,
Roger,
let's
Mr. Tango
finish
Zulu
it.
Alpha.
Let's finish it. Otherwise, I'm going to fall down. तुम्हारा तो पता नहीं. Siddharth, what's the matter? What's the matter, Siddharth? What's going on in your head?
Nothing much, sir.
Okay. Usaid, please.
Mumbai
Example of calling station, answering station. Okay. Bolo Usaid. Go
Mumbai
ahead.
ground. Mumbai ground. Victor Tango Uniform Sierra Delta.
Victor Tango Uniform Sierra Delta. So the calling stations aeronautical call sign, calling aeronautical stations call sign, followed by the answering, so my call sign. So Victor Tango Uniform Sierra Delta, Mumbai ground. So this is what the thing is asking us over here. Okay, students, observe and learn. Learn how to read and understand to make sense and increase your knowledge base. So in place of go ahead, I didn't say go ahead. I said Victor Tango Uniform Sierra Delta, use the calling aeronautical call sign, followed by Mumbai ground, the answering aeronautical call stations call sign. What is the meaning of this reply instead of going? So this is the reply, specific answer. This is the replacement of go ahead. And what is the meaning of this? It is considered the invitation to proceed with transmission by station calling. So when I say your call sign and then my call sign, I have given you an invitation to communicate with me. Okay? I'm giving you the invitation to communicate with me. Itna sa ek sentence hai, the sentence is so short, but the meaning is so vivid. This is your job. When you are studying, you study as vivid as it gets. That's the real study. You understand everything about it. It could be just one thing sometimes. Affirm, yes. Or it could be something that takes a lot of space to understand in its entirety. So that's in-depth learning. That's not something that as an option. That is something that you should ideally do to be the best. Okay. Quickly, good call. So तुम्हें मैंने go ahead बोला है, अभी अपना call ले लो. Continue with it. So I didn't say go ahead, but I've given him the invitation by saying Victor Tango Uniform Sierra Delta, Mumbai ground. Continue from there.
Readability. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you read?
So Said, rate of speech is good, but after raising of the station is done and after you've got a go ahead, you still have to start a call with the first two Ws. In this situation, students, this is a common confusion I've seen. We say that, sir, if we have to end with our call sign, then after raising the station, why do we start with W1, W2 again? And if we start with W1, W2 again, do we end with the call sign or not? So here, when we raise the station, we say Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Uniform Sierra Delta. We get a reply, you Victor Tango Uniform Sierra Delta, Mumbai ground. So we got the invitation to talk to them. Now I make a first request call. So that call should be considered as a first call. Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Uniform Sierra Delta, stand 2, IFR Mumbai to Delhi, Boeing 737, heavy, passenger on board 180, security check cleared, information Bravo. Request startup. So this is how it starts. Before startup, we do calls which are pre-flight radio checks. On VHF, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you read? On HF, it is a cell call check on secondary and then on primary. And once those radio checks are successful and all other checks are successful as a pilot, you will be clear to depart. That's when the moment your ground staff will take the chocks off, you will be ready to take the clearance to start and push back and start up. Taxi, take off, climb, cruise, descend, get into the landing pattern. Then land, taxi back to apron, switch off the engines, apply parking brakes, let the chokes be attached, get a clear signal from the ground personnel that, yeah, everything is fine, and then you end your flight. You turn off the aircraft, but keep the APUs on, and there's a process. Okay? So, Seth, ऐसा क्यों हुआ? आपने ना एंड में कॉल साइन बोला ना शुरू में 2 कॉल साइन बोला. एक ही तो कॉल लेना है पूरे दिन में, उसको भी हम परफेक्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो क्यों हो रहा है ऐसा, बताओ. बाकी आई सी अ ग्रेट ग्रोथ इन योर rate of speech, and please send me your log to check. Prasad, are you replying?
Sir, I'm sending the log, or I should call again.
और गलती का क्या करना है?
Sir, I will correct it first and then after send your log. Sir, so my next 1 second, sir. Victor Tango, sorry, disregard. Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Uniform Sierra Delta, disregard. Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Uniform Sierra Delta on 121 decimal niner. Readability check 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. How do you read?
Victor Tango Uniform Sierra Delta Mumbai ground. Read U5. How do you read?
Read U5 strength 5 Victor Tango Uniform Sierra Delta.
Very good. So Said is not talking about the mistake, but he knows and he's rectifying it, is what I understand right now. Good job. Vikram and Jai Prakash, your live calls are pending. Please do it. Ritvish, तुम्हारा हुआ नहीं है तो कर लो. Quick. Okay. I have some things to say and then I'll leave you all. किसी का लंच वंच है तो थोड़ा सा वेट कर लो स्टूडेंट्स. या आप लोग खाना अपने टेबल पे लाके रख सकते हो. I don't mind. Yeah. Who's this? Yeah. No. रुको तुम रुको. You're making me smile today, Jai Prakash.
Mumbai ground. Victor Tango, Victor Sierra.
Victor
on
Tango.
one-
Okay.
On 121 decimal niner.
Thamba. In Marathi is top. Generally, you'll find traffic policemen use it, so you'll learn it even though you don't know Marathi. In case. Jokes apart, विक्रम प्यार से आराम से समझो कब से बातें हो रही है कि सामने वाला लिखने वाला है, तो इतना फास्ट बोल रहे हो तो फिर इतना बड़ा पॉज भी नहीं ले सकते हो, क्योंकि हम भी फिर उतना फास्ट रिप्लाई करेंगे तो वो डेड एयर, तो वो इंटरफेरेंस हो गया कॉल में. तो आप कितना भी पढ़ लो, अगर आप इन चीजों को नहीं इंक्लूड कर पाओगे कॉल में, तो आपका कम्युनिकेशन एटीसी से हो ही नहीं पाएगा एग्जाम में. मिस्टेक्स होगी तो उसका प्रेशर और आएगा और मिस्टेक्स बनेंगी. अगर आप लिख नहीं पा रहे हो तो एयर राइटिंग करोगे आप, बट लिखोगे और बोलोगे कॉल को, उसके बिना कोई कॉल नहीं देगा. नाउ ट्राई अगेन.
Yes, sir. Mumbai ground. Victor Tango, Victor Sierra on 121 decimal niner. Pre-flight radio check. 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. How do you read?
Victor Tango, Victor Sierra, Mumbai ground. Read U5. How do you read?
I read U5, strength 5. Victor Tango, Victor Sierra.
Okay, excellent. बहुत अच्छा साउंड कर रहे हो. 2 मिस्टेक्स है, मैं आपको बताऊंगा. फिक्स इट. आई रीड यू नहीं बोलना है, रीड यू बोल सकते हैं. आपने जो कॉल दिया है आई रीड यू 5 स्ट्रेंथ 5, इसका एक्चुअल सेंस तब बनता है जब आप रीड यू 5 एज अ रीड बैक दे रहे हो to the call of ATC, and then strength 5 as a reply to their question, how do you read? Translating in English, the reply I read you 5 strength 5 makes sense only if we cut I and say read you 5 as a read back to ATC's information given to the question as read you 5, and strength 5 being the answer of the question that ATC asked, how do you read, and then ending with call sign. Is everybody aware of this fact? Clearly, sometimes हम लोग सिर्फ कॉपी करके आंसर देते हैं. हमें इस चीज की समझ होनी चाहिए 2 बार क्यों बोल रहे हैं in readability checks. Only then it makes sense. Otherwise, you can say read you 5. How do you read? You don't have to give a readback of their readability, but I suggest उनके readability का भी readback दो and अपने भी readability का reply दो. And don't say I ever. Read you is the only few places where we say you as a standard phrase. How do you read? Okay, fix this. But otherwise, बहुत अच्छा लगा आपका call. First time दे रहे हो live call आप विक्रम?
Yes, sir. First live class and first live call.
I think second live call. पहला live call तो आपका क्या 1000 knots पे जा रहा था आपका? हाँ?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, first live call. Now that makes it a call, right? Because we actually do it writing also. आपने लिखा या air writing कर रहे थे?
Sir, I was writing in the second time.
So send me a log.
Yes, sir. In a minute.
Yeah. Yes की जगह affirm, in a minute की जगह stand by. Okay. So students, tomorrow I want you all to meet me at the same time, same process. Tomorrow I'll be starting with technical things to learn few more situations to pick up that you might have not learned in your lectures otherwise, and they are frequently asked in the exams. So you'll be more prepared from that perspective also, thinking चल ये आ रहा है मेरे को भी ये आ रहा है तो थोड़ा peace of mind मिल सकता है ना? Because और कुछ कर रखे बैठे हो तो फुर्सत है. Students who are giving exam in October and November right now, quickly send me your exam date and time. अभी क्या अभी. प्रेरित आप दोबारा से भेज दो अभी. ठीक है, सब लोग जो दिसंबर में देने वाले हैं लिखो दिसंबर. जो लोग फेब 24 में देंगे या बाद में देंगे बोलो सर नेक्स्ट ईयर ऑनवर्ड्स. लेट मी नो. एवरीबडी शुड सेंड मी दिस मैसेज. ओके. नाउ इन द सेम टाइम क्वेश्चंस. रेज योर हैंड्स. जयप्रकाश तुम्हारा कॉल हो गया, परेशान मत हो. श्रीजीत टेल मी, कब से आपने हाथ ऊपर रख रखा है? बोलिए.
सर आई हैड अ क्वेश्चन. जब आप प्रायोरिटी ऑफ कॉल्स बता रहे थे तब उसमें डिस्ट्रेस कॉल, उसके बाद जो हमारा अर्जेंसी मैसेजेस. यस सर.
अब कंटिन्यू टॉकिंग है.
यस सर. जो डिस्ट्रेस मैसेजेस, अर्जेंसी मैसेजेस है, वो भी तो फ्लाइट सेफ्टी मैसेजेस में ही आता है. तो फ्लाइट सेफ्टी अलग से क्यों ये कर रखा था प्रायोरिटीज में?
हमने आई थिंक वी स्पोक कपल ऑफ पॉइंट्स ऑन दिस पॉइंट. Who can recall? Can anybody reiterate on the answer that I already gave to this question that Srijit is asking? बताते हैं श्रीजित, बट मैं बोल चुका हूँ ऑलरेडी. देखिए आप लोग को याद है कि नहीं है? Nobody? तो आज सर बिना व्हाइट बोर्ड के पढ़ा रहे, मतलब सर को सुनोगे नहीं क्या? See, you know, I'll never give you printed text. कभी नहीं कराऊंगा मैं आज इसलिए करा रहा हूँ ताकि आपको समझे मैनुअल को एक्सेस कैसे करना है. आई एम टीचिंग यू बाय एग्जाम्पल. अगर आप लोग ने समझा नहीं तो अभी समझो उस चीज को. आज मैंने करके दिखाया है. आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग एवरीबडी टू डू इट टुडे थ्राइस. ओपन द मैनुअल, access the digital library thrice at least before you go to bed, because you're on the phone, right? You can always do it. If you are having your dinner, if you have your phone in hand, do that and read couple of points at least from the manual that you have not read before, and send me screenshots and doubts. Sir, what, how do I make sense of the manual? So ये समझ नहीं आ रहा है क्या लिखा है. I'm confused, sir. Keep talking to me on a regular basis over chat. I'm giving you 24/7 live support. बड़े बड़े कंपनीज, मल्टी मिलियन एडटेक कंपनीज नहीं दे पा रहे अच्छे से वो चीज. दे आर गोइंग इनटू लॉस. आई एम गिविंग इट टू यू. क्या लाइव? भले 1-2 दिन का गैप हो सकता है बेस्ड अपॉन योर प्रायोरिटी, बट इट्स ऑल लाइव 80-90%. कितने लोग मुझसे बात करते हैं इस बारे में? जिन लोगों को बोला है मुझे डेली नोट्स भेजो, उनको भी हर 2 दिन के बाद याद दिलाना पड़ता है नोट्स नहीं आ रहे हैं. हफ्ते भर के बाद बोलना पड़ रहा है नोट्स क्यों नहीं आ रहे हैं. मैं बैठा रहता हूँ, पता है, काम ही नहीं है मेरे पास. लोगों को लगता है मेरे पास काम ही नहीं है. फिर जब कोई 2-3 बच्चे डाउट्स पूछते हैं तो मैं बोलता हूँ चलो ठीक है, पार्क करके रखो, अच्छे से डिस्कस करेंगे क्लास में. एनीवे, रिमेंबर दीज थिंग्स एंड टेक इट सीरियसली. आई विल बी सेंडिंग यू योर टाइम and schedule for your one-on-one mock based upon your exams. If you have requests towards your exams, आज मुझे अभी मैसेज कर देना आप लोग before 5 p.m. Whatever requests you have for your RT, message me before 5 p.m. anyhow. it will be difficult for me to keep a personal track of you all if you're not proactive and in touch with me and reminding me about your needs and your plans. So please, I would appreciate if you do that and help me with that. Coming back to the difference between, sir, emergency priority and flight safety priority, what is the difference? So whatever reasons come under distress and PAN and PAN medical and security. Any other reason that is not a part of these reasons, but might impact the safety of the aircraft. Those will come under the fourth category, flight safety messages. What could be the examples of such situations? So firstly, think about any situation that could impact safety. Let's say a bomb threat. So does it come under distress? Yes. So first priority. Okay. Let's say somebody is carrying a knife or a gun, contraband. Okay, probably distress. I would go with Mayday. It could be a hijack also in the process. Why would they carry a weapon otherwise if they don't want to do something like hijack? Distress. Let's talk about somebody saying that somebody has thrown some coins or money in the engine. Okay. Now that is something that you're like, "Arey, ye to kabhi maine padha nahi." But when do you know this? Do you know this after you have started the engines or before you have started the engines? If it's after the start of engine, it could be a immediate pan or mayday saying one engine could be at a risk of potentially having a stall or a surge and cause fire to the aircraft. And this is how we categorize things. Now, why do you think somebody will throw money? It has happened. Some passenger did it while getting into the aircraft, saying it will bring me good luck. God knows why they did it. You can go to jail for doing something like that. So think about anything that is affecting the safety, and if it's not related to distress, mayday, pan, then that will be under the fourth category. And definitely it is not as strict as directional being lost and not having directions. So it is something to ponder and think and maybe discuss, stare. Hardly kuch hoga wahan pe. So they have probably given room to a new possibility that might not have occurred the otherwise also. But I'm sure there are a few examples of things that are not a part of emergency but still impact flight safety. Or it could be with somebody else's safety being transmitted to you, will also get priority. It could be a broadcast. Then you go on to multiple layers and possibilities as to, okay, we're just thinking about point-to-point contact. What about one point to multiple point contacts also? Like that. Okay. What do you think, Srijit? Share your views. What would you understand otherwise of this concept, this point?
Sir, because I was confused because distress is also the flight safety is at risk in distress also. No? So I got confused whether distress and safety of flight are the same thing or.
No, that is fine. But now how do you feel about it after having this answer and discussion? What are your inputs?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understood that anything not coming under distress or urgency phase might be considered as a reason for the change in flight of safety of flight.
Good. Questions?
Even fourth priority according to the list.
Do a little bit of research. Okay. Use
Yes.
the web. Don't go for videos. Go for text websites.
Oh.
Try Skybrary, try iCATS publications. And just those. If you don't find anything, it's fine. That's it. Students, any information you're looking for anything, avoid videos and go for good websites that carry weightage. You can either get through Wikipedia, go through Wikipedia to the source material in the bottom of the page and find actual websites from where material is gathered and decide for yourself, should you trust this information or not? And then you have so many manuals and there's that I have Google Drive, and then you have iCATS also for reference. So yeah. Any more questions, students? Think? Anything? Technical question, practical question about class, about session, about tomorrow's session?
Yes, sir, I have.
Go ahead.
So there were few flights who have used different type of check call, like primary, cell call, and Victor Tango Sierra Hospital Romeo Hotel Romeo, she has used some different cell call, which I am not aware. So how do I learn that?
What do you mean by different cell call? Can you describe a little bit?
So they were using primary, secondary, some numbers and alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta.
Uh-huh. And what is it that you are aware about? So I'll understand the difference and talk about it.
So I didn't get any thing on that.
Okay. Students, can anyone try and explain what is the cell call check? What is the explanation of the check? Please raise your hands. Good question asked. Let's see if you can do it. थोड़ी सी देर में we are going to wrap up. Don't worry, students. Schedule तो बना है. Anybody? I hope you're not bothered, students. Yes, Shraddha is ready. Shraddha, stand by. Shrijit, think. अच्छा लग रहा है श्रीजित को देखिए. Students, can I see you all? Anyone who can keep the videos on? Not a compulsion. आज ज्यादा एक्सपेक्टेशन है भी नहीं मेरी तुमसे. कल होगी बहुत ज्यादा. Tomorrow you have to be on your toes and talk and perform, okay? मैं ये सब प्रवचन में आप लोग का टाइम ज्यादा शायद ना दे पाऊँ कल. When I say प्रवचन, I don't mean it as a joke actually, you know. I actually mean it like वो सब अभी दिमाग में डालोगे सर को बार बार ना बोलना पड़े. अब तुम नहीं करोगे तो मुझे बार बार बोलना पड़ेगा ना. या तो मैं एक सेल्फ हेल्प स्टूडेंट बुक लिख देता हूँ आपके लिए, बट उतना टाइम किसके पास है फिर पढ़ने के लिए? Anyone feeling like smiling? No? Sarcasm थोड़ा बहुत. Okay, Muskan and Shraddha. Muskan and Shraddha, collectively, you both go on unmute and understand you're here and you all can complement each other's answer and explain together quickly in a short span of time. Hindi, English, both are allowed. Please go ahead. So Shraddha means Muskan, Muskan means Shraddha, and it's a collective job, okay?
So cell call stands for selective calling, and it's a pre-flight mandatory check is to be done when the HFATC assign us two frequencies, that is the primary frequency and a secondary frequency. As a rule, the pre-flight cell call check is done on first HF secondary, then on the primary frequency to check the transmission. It can be done airborne also, and it is called as airborne cell call check or in-flight cell call check.
As Victor Tango Mike Sierra Lima has explained, the cell call check is selective calling for HF frequency. For checking HF frequency, we have two HF frequencies, secondary as well as primary, and we check for secondary first, followed by primary. The reason for this sequence is that primary is what is being used, and so that the pilots never forget that they have to check the primary frequency. And coming to the question, pre-flight radio check is done for VHF frequencies. It's also a mandatory check used to check whether the VHF frequencies and the radio communication network for the both aircraft as well as the ATC is accessible and is good to go.
Okay, thank you so much. Stay. Okay, job is not yet done. Vikram, do you know what is cell call?
So now I have some idea.
Can you tell me what is your idea now?
Yes, sir. Cell call is for HF frequency, and whereas this radio call is for VHF. And in cell call, we'll be first going with the secondary, and then we'll be going with the primary. The reason being, we don't, the pilot don't forget that. And yeah, so that's it.
Very good, Muskan, Shraddha. I'm very happy. Vikram को इतना कुछ पता चला. Good job. Yes, Muskan.
I would like to add something.
Please go ahead.
So the The cell call code, it is given in the iCATS flight plan item number 18, that is other info. So by checking the flight plan, you will get the cell call code there, and the frequencies, they are generally maybe on the chart or on the flight plan only. So we have to check it first.
In real life, these frequencies will be assigned to you in real time by your VHF ATCs most of the times. Otherwise, they would be given to you in your communications briefing before you get into the aircraft. So something about briefings, whenever you get to the airport to do your job as a professional pilot, you'd first go through certain briefings, and you'll be given a set of papers and everything, and you'll check the flight plan, and there'll be officers briefing you and the co-pilot. So there could be communications briefing, meteorological briefings, ATC briefings, however your company has planned those for you and as scheduled by DGC, of course, issued for us to follow. So you have a lot of things already informed to you before you get into a flight. So in exams, you don't get those briefings. You only get your flight plan. So from that perspective, what you're required to do in the exam is much more to ask from someone who hasn't gone through such briefings in real time before taking a flight. So that way I can say it's not a very easy task to give an exam. You have to be thorough. You have to be thorough, and you have to brief yourself as a simulation before the RT exam. Your briefing should be your exam strategies. And when you get the exam question paper, the top part is the flight plan. We have at least 13, 14 points, 1314 points in the exam question paper flight plan. They are all complementing the actual iCATS flight plan, which is a very important point to learn for a Part 2 Viva, for navigation exams, for your life executions also, everyday work flight planning. Very well said, Muskan. So practically you will get these resources. In exams, you can get your frequencies and cell call on your flight plan written. If not, on the charts. If not, ATC can give you, examiner ATC can give you in real time. Those are the sources. Remember that. So secondary and primary frequencies on HF, they are not constant. That's why they are not on charts. Why are they not constant? Because they propagate through the ionosphere. And the ionosphere, with respect to the Earth's surface, it changes its altitude or distance from the ground. Basically, it goes up and comes down. And the fact with which we have to understand HF communications is they get refracted based upon where the layer is. If this is the layer, this is the surface, they'll refract like this at an angle. That angle will be determined and my frequency will be determined. Now, if this layer goes up, that angle will change. So the frequency has to change. Nighttime, the frequencies are reduced by almost half of the frequencies used in the daytime. Write it. It's a very simple question asked in Part 2 Viva. How do you know frequency change happens? Nighttime, frequency can go down. Daytime, the frequency is up, as in the difference in frequencies. But it is, don't just divide it by 2, whatever channels are available. So which frequency should you use will be determined by the FICs, Flight Information Centers, the key personnel taking care of FIRs, Flight Information Regions. They are the CEOs, remember, the main people taking care of air traffic. So remember these things, and remember kaise hota hai. Sun down, frequency down. This is a rhyming that people use in navigation. So nighttime is sundown, frequency down, but they confuse it with layer up and down. So that is a confusing thing I'm not teaching you. Remember, nighttime frequency is reduced almost by half of HF. That's why you don't get it on charts, and your sources are either your briefings or your ATCs. If in your briefings you don't get security, then you first do your pre-flight radio check on VHF and take that frequency from them. And then those frequencies you do pre-flight cell call check first on secondary, then on primary. Secondary primary during the day will be almost twice of secondary primary during the night time. Remember that. So secondary primary is not the difference of half. There'll be similar frequencies. If one frequency fails, the secondary is a backup, pre-planned backup. So everybody doesn't have to panic. If primary is not working, everybody is no check secondary. So issue banta hi nahi hai RCF ka. So one RCF is always pre-planned for in HF communication. Imagine, that's why RCF doesn't happen so often. Have you ever thought about it from this perspective, students? Do you look at things from their practical aspect and implication? You are lucky you have chosen aviation as your study subject, because all your studies will be applicable 100% in your daily life, which is one of the best things about this field. That जो आज पढ़ रहे हो वो actually जो होता है वही पढ़ाया जा रहा है आपको, मतलब जो आप पढ़ रहे हो वो होगा आपके साथ. Anyway, any questions? So my secondary frequency is why I do it. It's a procedure. The procedure is logical. By default, we should be on primary to avoid human error during a busy checklist. पहले प्राइमरी पे किया, फिर सेकेंडरी पे किया और सेकेंडरी पे छोड़ दिया, तो प्राइमरी पे कोई कॉल्स आने चाहिए वो नहीं आएंगे, और उसकी वजह से कुछ भी हो सकता है. Anything can happen if you are not on the frequency you are supposed to be, and the reason is human error. And remember, the same radio controller personnel will be on the both frequencies. All FICs will be able to communicate on the same primary frequency. Even if you are in Delhi FIR, you can Chennai radio will also have the same frequency as Delhi radio. Remember, ionospheric propagation, HF propagation can give you very long range at the cost of quality. VHF cannot give you long range. It's only line of sight, maybe 120, 150, 200, 300, 400 nautical miles at max, depending upon why you're using it. For communications, it's very small. Okay, remember these things. Yes, more things can be explained about cell call, students. The decoder, encoder, and the receiving of all frequencies, and only giving the oral and visual notification to the pilot when the frequency or the codes match. The ATC has a keyboard, the encoder, which has letters alpha to Sierra except India, November, Oscar. So cell call codes should also be described. They're codes of two pairs of two letters each. One pair, two letter, another pair, two letter. Earlier, they used to be unique codes, but now codes can be mutually shared in present day. But that's not highly discussed in most of your books. But yeah, at a time, a flight will have a unique cell call code. Why do we have it? The purpose is to reduce the constant frequency monitoring load from the flight crew. What happens is on HF, a lot of communication doesn't happen. But if we stay on the receiver mode, which is a mandatory requirement, we hear a lot of static that disturbs us. So we simply mute it until a point in time, ATC specifically wants to talk to us. When we want to talk to them, we have to raise the station. We don't worry. But when they want to talk to us, they'll just call us. So that caller is selective to the person they want to talk to. So it's called selective calling. Just like I want to call you, I'll dial your phone number. Your phone number is a set of frequencies, nothing else. The 10-digit code is nothing but your frequency value, students. You just don't know the unit. Check it whether it's hertz or kilohertz or megahertz. You'll be surprised. So your codes are nothing but those set of frequencies and you'll talk to. So if I want to call Srijit, I'll just put in the code Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta. He asked me to do it. So in the cell call check, what am I doing? He's saying, sir, ye check karo secondary pe. Secondary pe to hai hum obviously. So we are checking Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta. I'll put call. He should tell me whether he is getting a oral as in audio tone or a visual as in some color light blinking, stating that Mumbai Radio is calling you. So they are raising your station. So you should be like Mumbai Radio, Victor Tango Sierra Hotel Romeo. This should be your ideal reply to this real-time live call. You don't have to say go ahead anymore. And then they will say Victor Tango Sierra Hotel Romeo, Mumbai Radio, received bad weather warning en route, report intentions. Okay. कहाँ है बैड वेदर दिखाओ, बताओ, उस हिसाब से मैं डेविएट करता हूँ, रीरूट करूंगा, प्रपोजल बताऊंगा, क्लियरेंस लूंगा और चले जाऊंगा. सिंपल. ओके विक्रम, सब समझ आ गया?
Yes, sir.
All right. So tomorrow, so the students that are there in class today are only informed about tomorrow's class. कल जिनको message भेजा, I'm not sure I'm going to be able. So ensure if you're not going to attend the class, you'll tell me about it beforehand. And students who have their exams, Muskan, Priyanka, Om, Siddharth, Shraddha, not Shraddha, Srijit, you have to change your call sign. Let me know. And Ayan, anybody who is giving exam and I've not taken your name, please message me. Anybody who's not messaged me yet, still message me. If you're not decided, say undecided for exams. But message me. आज सबका message मुझे आना चाहिए. Okay. Tomorrow I'll start with a variety of technical calls that you have to do and how to do it during approach phases, difficult phases that I think you need more practice with. So please attend. Tomorrow I think we'll have a 3-hour session or the same schedule that we have today. If you have any special requests, please message me before 5 p.m. Okay? Any questions, students? Let's wrap up. If you are done, please say something and leave the session. I want you to say something and with your call and then leave the session. All right?
Sir, Victor Tango, Sierra Hotel Romeo, request call sign change, new call sign, Victor Tango, Sierra Hotel Sierra.
Okay. All right. So far, probationally, you are assigned this call sign, okay? Subject to change. I think kisi ka hai, but I think I'll cross check. You can take it right now.
Roger.
Okay, students, please do the needful and feel free to leave the session. I'll be the last person to leave. अच्छे से जाते हैं, बहुत दिनों बाद मिले हो. कल मुझे टाइम वेस्ट नहीं चाहिए क्लास में. First 5 minutes I'll give you to practice. करना है करो, नहीं करना है करो. I'll be upset and then you'll not like it. But we have to move ahead and do important things in the next couple of days. And then I'll give you busy days to study, like daily lecture nahi rakhenge fir. So please go ahead, make me smile. Silence. Okay, students. कुछ तो बोलो यार, आप लोग को जाना नहीं है क्या घर? क्या पढ़ना होगा?
Sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, Victor Tango, Sierra Hotel Sierra, switching off. Good day, sir.
Good day, Shridev. Good day.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango, Victor Sierra. Happy Gandhi Jayanti.
Happy Gandhi Jayanti, Vikram. Nice to see you.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Papa Romeo India. Have a good day, sir.
Have a good day too, Priyanka.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Sierra Hotel Romeo had a great session, sir. Thank you so much.
I also had a great session. Thank you so much. Nice to see you, Shraddha. Take care.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango November Hotel. Felt very great about the class. Thank you for letting me in.
You're welcome tomorrow to join, and I'd love to see you practice more calls, Neha. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Mike Sierra Lima. Thanks for the session. Have a good day, sir. Goodbye.
You're welcome, Muskan. Good day and goodbye. See you tomorrow.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Kilo Alpha Papa. Thank you for the session and we'll meet tomorrow.
You're welcome and see you soon, Kanishk.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Alpha Yankee Kilo. Good day, sir. Learned some new things today. Thank you.
Very good day to you too, Ayan. Take care of your health. See you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Yankee Mike November. Happy Gandhi Jayanti. Have a good day, sir.
Happy Gandhi Jayanti, Auna. Good calls today. See you tomorrow. Have a good day.
Mumbai ground, Victor.
Victor Tango, Sierra India Delta. Had a great session. Meet you tomorrow, sir. Have a good day.
Yes, I want to see more energy tomorrow. Siddharth?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Nice to
Surely,
see you.
sir.
Yes. And stand by for your mock session, okay? Schedule.
Affirm, sir.
Yes.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango November India Kilo. Had a great session, sir. Thank you. Victor Tango November India Kilo.
Most welcome, Niharika. See you in the next session.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango, Sierra Sierra Mike. I have been waiting for the lectures for so long, especially for RT. But like tomorrow, I might not be able to attend. So if I'll get the recording, it would be good, sir.
Yes, I've been also waiting to see your practice. Try to attend. If not, definitely let me know. I'll share the link with you. It's the same. We have a backup plan, so nothing to worry. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Very
Bye,
nice.
sir. Thank you.
Most welcome.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango, Papa Romeo Tango. Sir, it's feels so motivated and positive listening to you and attending the live session. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. Good job today. Acha laga, and I think I'm going to give you more such things. Be ready.
Yes,
Om
sir. Yes.
Tum Sabka.
Always, sir. Always.
Very, very nice. Very proud. Keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango Papa Romeo Sierra. See you tomorrow. Signing off, Victor Tango Papa Romeo Sierra.
Good job, Prakhar. I'll be giving you more calls tomorrow. Be ready and impress. I'll see you tomorrow.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango, Oscar Mike Wolf. This live lecture gives a different energy. But have a great day, sir. Goodbye.
Yes, Om. कल और call करेंगे मस्त, है ना?
Yes, sir,
And
definitely.
no ifs, no buts. सीधा RT in hand. अभी ऐसा ही है बस. Don't worry. You just revise. Be well revised. है ना? Stand by for
Goodbye,
your
sir.
mock schedule also. Yes. Good day.
Mumbai ground, Victor Tango, Romeo India Tango. Thank you very much, sir, for everything. And signing off.
Yes, Ritviz. I'll see you in the next session tomorrow. Okay. Practice and make great calls. जितना समझ पा रहे हो उसके basis पे.
Sir, tomorrow I'll be unable to attend as I have classes. May I attend in between about at 2 p.m. 1400?
Yeah, feel free. You
Okay,
know the
thank you.
drill. Feel free. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Most welcome.
Okay. See you.
Mumbai
See
ground,
you.
Victor Tango Zulu Alpha Yankee.
Yes, Jai Prakash.
Have a great session, sir, today. After a long time, we will meet you, sir. Actually, I think yesterday I will messaging you, but suddenly received message, sir. I am very happy.
I want you to work on the mistakes we have done because otherwise the call was very good. So I think these mistakes are easy to rectify. Don't miss saying niner or any other important way the we thing that we speak.
Roger Victor Tango Zulu Alpha Yankee.
And you
Sir,
have
not
to
repeat
write.
again.
You have to write calls when you're given class. So when you speak that fast, it
Yes.
is definitely that you're not writing it. So
Yes.
two things I want to see you do tomorrow in the next class. Okay. Slow, steady
Roger
call.
Victor Tango Zulu Alpha.
Live call should be written and a picture should be sent. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Chalo. I'll see you in the next class. Take care.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Sir, actually, my exam date is November 8th, sir.
Message me the date.
Yeah. Okay, done.